Please welcome to the field the Gretna East High School Marching Band. Under the direction of Sam Little, William Holkey, Zach Howard, and Amber Malone.
Welcome everyone to Gretna Public Schools field for our second ever Battle of 370 with the Gretna East Griffins versus the Gretna High Dragons. We are 8 minutes from kickoff right now, and the band, Gretna East Band, is coming out on the field. We're going to throw it out to them. Please enjoy their performance before we bring it back into the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as Gretna Marine Corps League Detachment 1466 presents the colors, and the Gretna East High School Marching Band plays our national anthem. Active duty military and veterans not in uniform may retain their cover and render the proper salute.
All right, after that wonderful performance in our national anthem, I welcome you inside the booth. We've got a new camera ready to go. We have some new faces on the mics tonight, unexpectedly, yes. Kind of last minute, but typically we have students calling the games, get some experience, but the student section was a hot ticket tonight. So instead, you'll be with myself, Chase Hutchison, my partner in the booth, Jedediah Hardy. We are history teachers over at Gretna East High School. And then we also have our other members that are off camera a little bit here, and that'd be Isaac on the stats and Mr. Andy Smith also helping with spotting, stats, doing kind of whatever needs to be done. But the bands are now taking their positions in the bleachers. Gretna High is already on the field. Gretna East about ready to get started. It looks like they're walking out of their locker room. Looking at a wonderful night tonight. This, like I said before, a little bit unexpected. We're going to do our best. I will make sure that we acknowledge I am no Paul Allen, who is the voice of the Minnesota Vikings, but Mr. Hardy and myself will do our best to give you some Manning brother insight to make the game entertaining, hopefully watch some good football, make some memories, have some laughs, learn some life lessons along the way as we are about to begin, about 2 minutes out from the second ever Battle of 370 between our two football teams. One last time, I'm going to throw you guys out to the field here as the Gretna East Griffins are about to take the field.
This season's been a great one for both teams. With East in one of its third inaugural season, its third time, their third time going out to the field, being part of Nebraska high school football, they have etched a record of 7-1, with their only loss being a pretty hard one to Bennington. While Gretna High, out here wearing icy whites tonight, has lost to has a record of 5-3 with losses to Norris, Elkhorn North, and also Bennington. Both teams have won their last three straight, with East winning 38-7 against Plattsmouth, 37-10 against Ralston, and 62-21 against Platteview. While Gretna High last week beat Ralston 63-28 right here in Gretna in the stadium. So we got a pretty insane crowd here tonight, with Gretna East rocking essentially the Steelers' terrible towels, while Gretna High is rocking a also crowded section. I haven't seen both sides of the stadium this crowded in a minute.
And the crowds, you can feel it. They're ready to go. The terrible towel tradition is new. They brought that out tonight, which is awesome. I saw Mr. Tom Jack carrying a huge box, so that's what that was. If you wanted to get in, if you want a good seat, we have been here, since about 5:30?
5:30,
roughly about 5:30,
yeah.
And the stands were already filling up. The students are ready to go on both sides. On a couple occasions before we started the live stream, you had some little bit of heckling going between the crowds, both sides. So this is the new rivalry in Nebraska high school football. Although we're both Gretna, and we want to emphasize that, the unity part of community, like the district's been pushing the last couple of days, but this is going to be a hard-fought game. Both teams really want it, and there's a lot at stake for it. For the Gretna East Griffins, right now they're sitting number 4 in Class B. Gretna High is sitting at number 9, and both teams are safely in the playoffs, but tonight's game matters a lot for seeding, especially on the Gretna East side. Could you tell the crowd a little bit about what this means for them?
With the win, Gretna East can survive with being able to host most of the playoff games that they'll be able to have. If they do not win today, if the Dragons become victorious, they might get rid of that home field advantage for the Griffins. And with the crowd tonight, you can see that home field advantage will be used for whoever gets it. So if it's good for if Gretna East takes that win, this could be an advantage for them going into playoff season.
And that's a pretty spectacular thing that Gretna East in its 3rd season already talking about being the number 2 seed with a win tonight and being able to host potentially all the way over till the finals, potentially.
Yeah, all the way down to the go to Lincoln.
Which is amazing. But it looks like the Gretna High Dragons they chose to receive. They're going to start out with this ball. The big person, the big one on offense for Gretna High, Michael Knudsen, number 5, the quarterback, the senior. The offense really does revolve around his talents.
Yeah, they run a lot. They throw it a lot. They air it out. Knudsen right now, according to the stats that we were able to pull up, is number 1 in the state of Nebraska for passing. He's pushing with 2,100 plus yards in passing with a 70% completion rate. A very solid stats with 20 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions.
And you kind of described it a little bit as air raid, right?
Yeah,
which is not
raid.
all that far off. Now, I want to be clear, Gretna High will run. They can run. Number 22, they kind of have a 3-back committee back there, but number 22 is going to get the majority of those carries, Kason Schlaflin. But yes, they're going to air it out a majority of the time. They have talented wide receivers with Bryce Lakers. You have Drew Bolts, as well as a host of others. So you're going to see them pretty spread out tonight, and they'll pick their spots when they want to run to keep Gretna East honest, right? And so if you're looking at the matchups with Gretna High offense, Gretna East defense, we're really looking at the ability to pressure for Gretna East, get to the quarterback, and the ability for the corners to cover the Gretna High wide receivers for enough time for the pass rush to get there.
Yeah.
That's kind of the matchup there.
Yeah, and that's going to be the skill. If they can put pressure on Knudsen, get him out of the pocket and get him to throw off his foot and not be able to set and get ready for those routes to open up, that will be a big advantage for the Griffins.
You got to make him feel uncomfortable. If you're Gretna East, you have to throw Michael Knudsen off his timing. Got to make him scramble a little bit, which he can do. He's an athletic quarterback. He's going to Northwest Missouri State, a perennial powerhouse in Division II, just down the road. But it looked like last play there might have been a flag. They moved Gretna up a little bit.
There's
Another flag coming out. This one
back and forth.
About a false start. So you give 5 yards, and it gets taken away. We're moving backwards
and that
on
should
first
be
down.
that should be expected among rivalry games. You get a little anxious. You get a little. You're ready to go, and the excitement's been building all week on both sides. This has been something that they've probably marked on their calendars once the season was ready to go. They can't not wait for this game.
Really, the first couple drives, you can kind of expect that energy, that anxiousness to maybe manifest itself a little bit. Whichever team is able to harness that excitement in the first quarter, I would say, that's gonna be a huge advantage. Whichever team is able to be composed, keep the ball, time of possession is going to be huge tonight. Defensively for Gretna East, it's really that linebacking duo that they have right there with Lucas Haverty and Cade Thompson. Both are the leading tacklers on the team with 64 tackles and 63 respectively. A lot of times linebackers get overlooked in a defensive scheme. You pay attention to the ones that are getting the interceptions. You pay attention to the players that are getting the sacks.
And right there, that just showed you that linebacking core, along with those D-backs, those secondary, not only getting Knudsen to run out of the pocket, but hitting Bolts right when he gets the ball, getting that incompletion right there. 3rd and 9.
Third and 9, the terrible towels are out. You can see the student section right there.
Not
They're
just
getting
the
rowdy.
student
They're
section.
ready.
Everyone has it out.
3rd and 9. This is a big one early on in the game for the momentum.
They're running trips to the near side. Knudsen to throw.
Ooh,
and
let's see what we got. Out of bounds.
Out of
They call it
bounds.
Incomplete. The referee signals. Caught the ball. Great catch.
Great
coverage.
catch.
Just a little
Amazing
bit too far to
coverage.
the outside. It looks like wasn't
3
able
and
to
out.
keep down.
Surprisingly, Dragons running the ball a little bit early on, trying to establish the run, but it gets stopped early, and they have to go to throwing it right away.
All right, now, so we got the punt teams out. And for a while, it looked like Gretna East was running a 2-punt, but they had an extra man, it looked like, on the field. A little bit of confusion on the Gretna East side. It's going to be Seth Kragel that ends up receiving.
Looks like it was tipped punt a little bit.
Yep,
It's
little bit
going
of a
to
shorter
roll to the 49-yard line.
That is a wonderful turn of events right there for Gretna East. You're not going to be on your goal line. You're not even on your 20 or 25. You're all the way up at midfield before your offense takes the field for the first time. Amazing
field position if they can get the run game going. With Gretna East, their main card will be their running back, Connor Sams. Connor Sams is 6th in the state of Nebraska when it comes to rushing, averaging 9.6 yards a game. They're going to run with they're going to run a lot with him starting, and it looks like we have a flag.
Maybe offsides. We had a hard count.
Offsides.
And it worked there. So not only do you start on the 49, now you're in Gretna High territory without even running a play yet. And, yeah, you talked about Connor Sams. Love watching him play. I mean, he is a wrecking ball. He's a monster. He seeks the contact. He loves the contact. He gets better as the game goes along. He is an Air Force commit.
And we know the academies, Air Force, Navy, and Army love to run the ball. They love the flex run. They love the triple option, and he is the perfect back for that. He's going to get 3 yards on his first carry there.
And not only do they look for the on-the-field traits, but the mentality. I mean, you want to talk about an academy recruit, Connor Sams fits that. He's hard-nosed. He's determined. And he has a pretty good partner in the backfield right there with Chase Grow, the quarterback for the Gretna East Griffins.
Yeah. Expect the Griffins to run a lot of RPO out of the pistol like they are right now. Either they're going to hand it off to Sams or they're going to pull it and throw it, just like right there. Caught by number 4,
Craigle action.
Craigle with the catch.
So Connor Sams, he is the Air Force commit. Seth Craigle just committed, I believe, to Dordt College. So we got 2 commits there. Chase Grow at quarterback. You saw the arm strength. He steps into the throw. He's confident in the throw. But he's also maybe one of the fastest kids on the team. And that's where you're talking about the RPO, having that dual threat quarterback and someone that is a young quarterback but has incredible intelligence.
And there goes Sams, and he's in. Off the play action right away. Touchdown.
I see a flag.
Griffins.
There is a flag.
There is a flag on the play.
So
this might be coming back.
Yep. Great momentum, and it's going to be a holding on Gretna East. So all that momentum, all that excitement, just like that, it's gone, and we get a reset. Gretna High gets to have kind of a sigh of relief there.
That let them catch their momentum.
Now Gretna East, we're going to kind of see what this team is all about. The culture that Coach Haberman's been talking about, that resilience. You just had a huge play against your rival on the first drive. You thought you had it, and now it's coming back. The next couple of plays, it's going to say a lot about their strength, their mindset, and everything going on here.
Looks like the Griffins are going to run a play right from their wristbands. Go heavy again with the pistol formation.
Connor Sams with the little Ashton Gentry style.
Breaks the tackle, touchdown.
And this time I do not see a flag on the ground. It doesn't look like this one's coming back. Referee signals touchdown. This one, we just needed one more play. And this time it's in the end zone. Connor Sams early on. Guys, you're just going to have to get used to seeing that. They're going to feed Connor Sams for this game. As long as it stays close, which I expect it to, he's going to get 20, 25. He might even push 30 carries tonight.
Definitely. And with pushing through the line like that, getting through open down the field, it's going to be hard for them to tackle him.
Now that you mentioned the line, as we're getting an extra point here, it'd be a good thing to mention that there are 2 linemen, and a lot of them are very talented, but there's 2 that really stand out, right? If everyone would please, as you watch tonight, watch the Gretna East line. You're going to want to watch number 59, Liam Norton, who is notorious for pushing his defender 10, 15 yards downfield and just finishing that block. And then Mr. Steady himself, the veteran Johnny Rodriguez on the line, number 77. Those are going to kind of be your pillars, as both of those runs had huge holes. Yeah. Ready to go.
Yeah.
Connor wasn't really touched until 5-7 yards downfield on both those. All right, well, now we're going to get a kickoff. Camden Korth is the kicker for Gretna East. You can probably expect it to get put into the end zone here pretty far. He is a multi-sport athlete. He's also the goalie for the Gretna East Griffin boys team, so he's pretty used to this situation with everything going on. Camden, This is the second time these teams have played. Last year, the first ever game between the two, Camden was kind of the hero. 2020 with, I don't know, what was it, 3-4 seconds left?
Barely any.
Yeah, he kicks a 45-yarder, nails it, had room to spare to give the Griffins the victory last year, 23-20. And now he's going to get a chance here to kick off. We'll see how Gretna High responds when the offense comes back on the field.
And it's off. They're going to let this go to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and Camden plays a lot of soccer, loves soccer, but yes, on the football field, probably a legitimate D1 prospect there, kicker. And talk about how much of a blessing that is for a team to have a consistent kicker. Not
only being able to get those points on the board, but getting those touchbacks, helping your team on the positional part of the field. Very, very important.
It's just a security blanket. If you get it to the 30-yard line, 25-yard line, you can chalk up 3 points most of the time. And while we're talking about Camden, let's make sure to give a shout-out to the long snapper and to the holder, because without them, we've seen it before. If you're a Nebraska fan, we know how important long snapping is. Without them, the whole thing falls apart. So Gretna High's back on offense. Let's see what they got in store.
That's very familiar to this community. Cade Mueller was from Gretna, was Nebraska's long snapper for a time as well. All right, Knutson's going to line up in a pistol formation. Going to hand it off.
Number 40.
To Ashton Moore. Going to get about 2 or 3 yards at most on that carry. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Really big third down here for Gretna High. Was unable to move the ball past midfield last timeout. Gretna scores. The crowd's getting loud. The cheerleaders, the dance team, everyone's on their feet. The terrible towels are out, ready to go. Man, this energy feels good.
Dragons lining up shotgun, trips to the near side, and it looks like they're going to take a timeout.
Need to talk things over, and that just kind of symbolizes real quick how important this drive is. But as they're going with that timeout, we'll throw some trivia up on the board for everyone here. Said already, you got 5 seconds at home, no cheating.
And it is 1962, Nebraska's long-loved streak.
Our proudest feature of the program, next to the $350 million football facility. But
nothing better than that. Fans and money. All right, Knutson's going to line up shotgun. Running back to his left, trips to the near side.
Showing blitz by the linebackers, and they both drop back.
Going to go to Bolts. Big
what
hit.
A hit. Let's see. Oh.
What a hit.
Oh, a clean, hard hit to dislodge what was going to be a first down. If Drew Bolts is able to bring that in, really good route.
Yeah.
Found the spot.
Same thing as their first drive. The route's going to be good. He's going to cross over the middle, and the linebacker's just going to hit him. Perfect timing to knock the ball out.
That's the second time, like you mentioned, there's been that slant route, that little hook, and Gretna East has been on the spot looking for contact, which is a feature of this defense. Yeah. They are looking to hit. They love to hit. They hit with an attitude. Simply put, Gretna High's wide receivers are going to need to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
They're going to need to bring that in. And we got a flag on the field. There was a little funny business going on between two players. Let's see who it's going to be on. The ball was 30, 40 yards downfield and 40 yards away.
Personal foul on Gretna, on the Dragons.
On Gretna High, which is not absolutely – you can't have it.
No.
You cannot have it in this instance.
Yeah. So that takes it back to the Gretna 49.
Once again, Gretna East is going to start on the plus side.
Dragon territory. It's going to be an easier route for them, and they're going to run the ball right away probably here. That punt, again, was a little shanky. It was spinning a lot in the air, and it bounced all the way almost to the 35 on the Griffins side.
They got a friendly bounce.
Yeah, it was a great bounce.
But then you go and you get a personal foul 30 yards away from the ball.
I'll take it in the plus territory, 49.
Yeah,
this is a big – I mean, a big game. The emotions are high. These kids – on the field right now, they've grown up with each other, okay? But in the last 3 years, that rivalry has developed, and this is for bragging rights, so you can see that emotion going on in that play right there.
Special teams problems right away is going to be a storyline through this game if the Dragons do not clean this up. All right, handoff is going right to Sams again, and he's pushing through tackles going into getting a first down for the Griffins.
If you are Gretna High, you're going to have to bring 3 to the ball.
Yeah.
It's not – if you're going to tackle one-on-one with Connor Sams, you might get him sometimes, but more times than not, this replay, you look at how his yard after contact, he's not going to try to dodge you. He's going to try to run through you.
He wants to run through them, and you need some of those bigger linebackers and bigger D linemen to get him at the line. Otherwise, he's just going to run all over.
Gretna High showing a 5-man blitz.
Throwing deep.
Going long.
It is caught!
Down.
Touchdown, Griffins!
Seth Kragel going for 40-plus. The Dort commit, Chase Grow with an excellent ball. He just simply said, I'm putting this up for my guy. Go make a play. Seth Kragel rewards him.
He went up and caught that out right over the corner. Perfectly placed ball. Perfect hands. Amazing catch. A great pitch and catch. Fast touchdown. Griffin striking fast.
That's what you see, the relationship between quarterback and wide receiver. The cornerback was in position. He was right there. But Seth knew the timing. He knew where the ball was going to be put. And so the corner didn't know where the ball was. He was in the right position, just didn't get his head around. Seth Kragel was able to make him pay on that one. 2 explosive plays for Gretna East, resulting in long touchdowns. We don't quite have the time of possession right now, but I'm guessing it heavily favors Gretna High. They've held the ball longer, but Gretna East, back-to-back, quick strike plays. And for Gretna High, we're getting into dangerous territory.
Yeah, they're attempting to run the ball early. It has not worked out. They haven't only gotten a couple yards here and there on each of those runs. And without getting anything going on the pass game, you know, they're 0-2 right now on third down for those long passes.
Now, as the offense coordinator for Gretna High, you're kind of caught between 2 different strategies here. We got 6:45 still left in the first quarter, right? And so one part of you're desperately wanting to bleed that clock so you can make adjustments. Get through this quarter, get through this half, make adjustments with everyone. So your instinct might be to run the ball. On the other side, though, your player, your main guy, is your quarterback, Knutson.
Yeah.
And so you want to put the ball in his hands. He's a senior. He's going to a high-level college. He's seen things. He's experienced. So you want to give it in his hands. But if you get another 3 and out, and you've only taken 30 seconds off the clock, that's where this game might start getting away. So offense coordinator getting into kind of a tough situation. I'm interested to see what the strategy is going to be here.
I would expect some quick, short dink and dunk passes down, quick passes, it's a little bit of mesh and slants in there. Try to get the ball downfield incrementally and try and help your run game through throwing the ball.
Now, that last play, while everyone gets on the field, it does bring up the point that I've always kind of thought about. In the NFL, right, we have switched to a new kickoff strategy where the players from the opposite teams are 5 yards apart. You have your drop zone. But yet, in the high school ranks, we're still sending these kids 40 yards full speed running into each other. The NFL's done about safety. I love the traditional kickoff. I understand the safety ramifications, but we're still doing that at the high school level.
Yeah, we'll see if any of that changes as Gretna gets a good 3-4 yards on that play, getting a good 4 yards right there. 2nd and 6 for the Dragons. They're going to run with Knutson, shotgun looking right here.
You know, 4 yards it gets you ahead of the chains. Okay, now you pick up another 3 yards here or so, another 3 or 4, and your entire playbook opens up.
Knutson looking to throw. He's going to run.
Man-to-man coverage down the field. Man-to-man. Backs are turned.
Perfect scramble. Good call on Knutson to get out of the pocket and just run. Man-to-man coverage downfield. No one for 30 yards. He ran that all the way to the on the Griffin side of the field.
And on that replay, you're seeing the dangers of that gap responsibility if you don't fulfill it. Knutson, eyes up, and he saw that open up. It's man-to-man coverage down the field, so no one's really paying attention until he's 10, 15 yards.
Knutson by himself trips. There's one of those quick passes in the middle of the field, exploiting that zone coverage.
Pretty good response from Gretna High here. Right, they're coming out firing, so we talked about the 2 strategies you can take. They've obviously opted for the more aggressive one.
Yeah, they're going to go spread tempo on this one. Knutson, again, empty backfield, no back behind him. Trips to the near side, again, 2 on the far side, on the Gretna High side. Knutson snaps the ball. Hook route, caught.
Incomplete.
They're calling it incomplete. Looks like he did not get his feet in.
Gretna High sideline is not happy about that call there. They got a bunch of people surrounding that sideline ref saying, I don't know what you saw.
Right in front of the student section. They're not going to be happy about that one. It was a great catch, though.
It was a great catch, yeah.
Great route as well. Went over the corner and the back.
You got 2 aggressive personalities here. Gretna High is going to continue to press the tempo. They're going to continue to throw it. Gretna East is going to continue to bring pressure.
And they got through. The line got through. Knutson is scrambling, and he's going to throw it away. Incomplete.
All right, so now we're going to be 3rd and 10. Obviously wanting a first down here, but looking to try to get at least a few more yards for your kicker, which even from here, for Gretna High, I'm going to go ahead and guess if they're anywhere near that first down, they're going to go for it on 4th.
Yeah. Knutson, no back, empty set, trips to the near side again. He's looking to throw. He's scrambling. The defense is getting through. He's pushing. First down, Dragons, and he's going to go out around the 15 or 14-yard line.
Another great scramble from Knutson, which is probably going to be one of their best options tonight. And that was just a case of Gretna East getting caught on a call that they brought the pressure on the left-hand side for them. Knutson saw the pressure, ran away from it, and it was vacant territory.
Well, it's a great strategy by the Dragons, and it really shows that Knutson has both those abilities, not only just to throw, but the ability to scramble and run and get out of the box when Gretna East is putting high coverage up. They can run, they can scramble, they can get easy yards that way, and that allows them to really kind of confuse this defense. Because if they're not going to hand the ball off and run, they're going to scramble and run it with the quarterback.
We got a timeout on the field. Coach Haberman obviously knows that this is a big moment. Need to make a few changes. The Gretna East defensive line is probably what he's going to focus on here. The Gretna High, they're spreading the Griffins out. They're going to run 5 out wide, and so the cornerbacks and the safeties are going to be occupied. So what Coach Haberman's probably going over here is we can't let Michael Knutson get outside the pocket. You got to keep him inside. So defensive ends, as aggressive as you want to be, you got to cover your gap here. Otherwise, Knutson's going to keep taking the 10 and 15 yarders.
Yeah, they need to run with a spy, have someone watch over it, or get better pressure and be able to get him down get some sacks before he's able to get out of that pocket.
Student section's getting involved here. We got the cameras, the in-house cameras. You guys can see it on the stream as well. Point to both of them. They're questioning each other's spirit, saying we got more.
Screen pass for the Dragons. Screen around, and he's going to be tackled around the 2. That is Schlottfeld with the carry.
I believe we're going to be at a first down here, so it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line. So Gretna High is going to have 3 to 4 plays, however they want to do it. 3 to 4 plays to get this thing in the end zone.
Expect some play action. this close to the goal line, try to mess with the Griffins' ability to stay off the quarterback. With Knutson being able to run, I could easily see him running around to the corner of the end zone. Knutson with Schlotfeld in the back. He's running power option up the side, and he's going to maybe get a yard there.
Griffins do well to rally to the ball there. Three yards out, you cannot afford to have Knutson getting forward momentum, so you better get a bunch of dudes to the ball very quickly.
Dragons going to line up in another pistol set. Schlotfeld right behind Knutson. And timeout.
Timeout, yep.
Dragons take that timeout.
That is timeout number 2, and we're still in the first quarter here for Gretna High, so every possession's valuable. All right, now as we line up, we are 3 yards out, second down.
Knutson back to his right, trips to the near side. Drew Bolts is that receiver, and they're going to do a jet pass to one of the touchdown.
Drew Bolts, you want to get the ball. Oh, that was Lakers. Yep, that was Bryce Lakers. You want to get that ball in his hands. Lakers, a UNK commit, probably the deep threat, the speed threat with Gretna High. That's just the offense coordinator saying, I need to get the ball in one of my best players' hands. So how do we do that? Motion him over, get that sweep, let him run to the corner and see if he can make, one-on-one, win that one-on-one battle.
The jet touch pass has become a very popular play in football recently, and with that gives them good leverage on the end. It tricks some of the defense, and the kick is good for the Dragons. Dragons now down 14-7 here going into the end of the first quarter. 3:55 left in the first part of this battle for the Highway 370.
The in-house entertainment, putting some stuff out on the board, getting the two student sections going after each other here. Nights like this, right? When the schools split 3 years ago, it was obviously hard for everyone in the community and those of us that worked in the school, the students. We left friends, we left buildings that we knew. But this is when the district made that choice. These are the moments and these are the nights that they were kind of hoping for. For both sides, the stands are completely full. The student sections are ready to go, and ultimately, the thing that I love to point out is look at all the opportunities for all the players on the field right now. If we had remained one school, which would have been wonderful in its own way, you're talking about a quarterback room that has Chase Grow and Michael Knutson, right? You're talking about Gretna High runs 3 running backs at a time. Gretna East runs 2 at a time. You're talking about having Seth Craigle, Carson Herman, and Bryce Lakers, Drew Bolts, all in the same wide receiver room. Here, they get to be the stars on their own team.
Exactly, and giving them those opportunities gives them better opportunities down the line. And especially with us, we don't have the same style of that other schools have. Because we run the way we are, all these kids, they're from here. They grew up here. They grew up together. And for all of them, they grew up with one school. So it changes the dynamic a lot. The fact that they now have 2 schools and they got put in those schools they now grew up, and future generations are going to grow up having that divide, and it's going to really create a healthy rivalry going into the future.
Yeah, and what you're talking about is that closed district versus open district philosophy that we're seeing so much in Nebraska high school athletics. And I think everyone from Gretna, something we're certainly proud of, is that closed district mentality that everyone that is in our school, everyone that we teach every day, everyone on the field, they are from our community. They are from the neighborhoods around our school. They, like you mentioned, they grew up together. And you get to compete together. You get to succeed. You get to fail together. And that's something unique. It's more unique now than ever. And something awesome for these students.
Gross with the option. He's breaking tackles. First out, and he's still going, and he's going to go to the 49-yard line with a little hurdle there at the end. Breaking through with that option right there. Watch out. That's part of that RPO option they're going to do. Sometimes they'll hand it off. Sometimes they'll take it, and sometimes they'll throw it. It depends on the play, depends on what he sees, and that takes a really intelligent quarterback to know, when do I hold on to it to read the defense? Is the defense coming through the line? Is the corners, are the backs playing man or zone? That's when they're going to decide when to take it.
And that's the wonderful thing about the Gretna East offense. You and I, we've been at every
Sam's is going to get wrapped up 2 or 3 yards behind the line.
We've been at every home game. Right, and the Gretna East offense, it's incredibly balanced. And there's a lot of contributors there, and that's one of the things I love watching is you never know which way they're going to go. Yeah, it could be passed by Grow. It could be run by Connor, but they have so many weapons, and they do a really good job of spreading it around. They always have an answer for pretty much everything.
That's why the RPO is so dangerous as a play-calling scheme. Grove set. Takes snap, hands it off to Sam's. Sam's got a seam. He's cutting through, breaking tackles, pushing, and he looks like he got close to a first down. That 2nd and 12 turned into a 3rd and 1 pretty fast.
Now as this Gretna East offense continues its march down the field here, Connor Sam, number 26, gets a lot of attention. We've seen the explosiveness of Seth Craigle, but someone I'm looking out for is number 7, the tight end, Carson Herman. 26 receptions on the years, 3 touchdowns, and he's kind of that ideal high school tight end. He's tall, he's athletic, and he's got a mindset to go and punish some people. But I love it when offenses get their tight end involved. And there he is, number 7, doing the dirty work to open up that hole for Connor.
Breaks another tackle. Herman's been lining up off the line a little bit. That's a bit of an offset pistol formation, and they're going to run him. They're going to run him in a motion, or they'll fake a motion to him, and that gives him the option to even hand the ball off to him and just confuse the defense, or even maybe run a little bit of that old school triple option out of that set sometimes.
And you saw Carson there, number 7. He started on the left-hand side where he's at right now, and he had that little cross the face of Connor, had a kick-out block to open up that outside run. Again, Gretna East, they're going to stick to the run. They pass. Gretna East will pass efficiently, but they definitely choose their spots. Their philosophy is to build from the run.
They're going to set the run up. They're going to bring those backs down, play more coverage, play more man, and then give it up and pass it up to their receivers.
Connor comes out for a rest. And it looks like Tyler Edmondson is going to fill in at running back.
Looks like the wide receiver screen to Craigle. He's going to get some yards. He's going to break a tackle. He's juking around, breaking more tackles, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds around the 5-yard line.
The downfield blocking of his fellow wide receivers, and the linemen love it. And then Craigle, he beats one-on-one, and that's what you're looking for with those swing passes. You're looking for a one-on-one win. And then from there, I don't know, 5 or 6 guys missing?
Yeah, he got lucky there. The screen blocks were a little broken on that play, but they were able to push through, and he got over that and was able to push and get down the field. And he kept juking them out, and he kept pushing them to get out of bounds.
For now, we'll take a little break. It's the end of the first quarter, and so we're going to throw a little ad. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. Look at this, folks. We got some fire right now. Our very talented twirlers. The squad just keeps growing. It was 1, then 4, and now it's up to 5. And they've brought fire out for the first half or first quarter entertainment, doing a wonderful job. I'm sure, Mr. Fritchie, Mr. Tom Jack, I'm sure they're around here with the fire extinguisher somewhere just in case. But, man, incredible talent.
Really chilly night, too, so I bet people enjoy being close to the fire.
You got to give them a hand. Obviously, they have to practice with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be perfect the first time, so they're throwing around flames, just getting it right, but no drops here.
Yeah, I think that's tough.
And they're incredibly confident, but we are back underway. There is a flag on the play.
There's offsides on the Dragons. It's going to move the Griffins up a little closer. They are now on the 3-yard line. First and goal at the 3.
I wonder what's coming. I wonder what they're going to do here.
Call Sam's name. And, yes, they're going to hand it off to Sam's right up the middle. Touchdown.
The Ashton Gentry stance, standing straight up in the backfield, but it doesn't matter. Personally, I'm old school. You got to bend the knees, but whatever works for the young fella. And he's in the end zone for the second time tonight.
You don't need to get that leverage when you have such a great offensive line and when you have great blocking by the O-line, tight ends, and the receivers. Getting a hole opened up, especially when you're closed in on the end zone like that, super, super important. And they are executing at a high level. Just like the Twirlers, they were on fire.
There you go. All right. That's your one.
Griffins to kick the extra point. Hold up. Kick is good.
Nearly blocked. There was
a
right
little
in the
close.
middle there. I'm not sure what number, but, man, whoever that is from Gretna High got up there. Now, I do want to address the all-whites by Gretna High because that is not their typical away attire. The icy all-whites are a result, we are told. It's a reward from a great week of practice, so that's something the players wanted, and they earned it. Now, they're going to need to translate that great week of practice out here on this next drive, but typically green pants, but tonight they get the all-whites.
Yeah, and in general, Gretna's been drifting away from their old style of uniform to their own more newer identity, away from the old Packers logo on the helmet and the stripes, going back more to the green and white and removing the yellow, kind of adding to that rivalry, giving Gretna East the yellow and black, and Gretna High removing as much yellow from their uniform as possible.
Now, as the kick is about to take off, before the Gretna High offense gets out, we got to give some credit here. There was a number that was not on the original roster for Gretna High. Number 40 has been lining up a whole bunch at running back. New name, new number here, but it is, we're told, Liam Thompson, who's a freshman, getting his first big-time minutes. So and I, we've been at every home game for Gretna High. That's not a number that I've seen this year.
Yeah.
And so he's getting his first big-time audition against Gretna East.
What a great opportunity for a freshman, too, right in the rivalry game. And he's been able to punch it through for a few plays here and there. Looks like the refs are fixing something or discussing something.
Coach Haberman was out on the field about 10 yards trying to get the attention of the White Hat, and they had a little discussion. Couldn't tell if it was a good discussion or a confrontation, but it looks like they got it figured out, whatever it was.
And the kick is off. Deep kick, going to be returned around the 6-yard line, short of the end zone. Another freshman with the return, Nathan Thielen.
And we should point out
the
talent of the freshman groups in both schools.
Yeah.
Gretna East yesterday, or 2 days ago, beat Lincoln Southwest to finish the season 9-0. And last time I looked, the Gretna High Dragon freshman team was 8-0. I'm sure they've had their 9th game. I just don't know the result of it. But they were 8-0. So between the two schools, undefeated freshman groups. And it looks like Gretna High says, all right, guys, you've earned it here. let's get after it. Time to get on the
and
field.
as this rivalry grows, they are going to be they're going to try and dominate Class B with both these schools.
Now, another factor that you guys on the stream might have just witnessed, you can only really see it if you're looking up into the lights, but we do have a little bit of weather coming in, and so that's just another factor that both teams are going to have to deal with.
The Griffins covered that play great. The run by Thompson fell short of a yard. It will be 2nd and 11. Knutson lining up, no backer, trips to the far side.
It looks like Gretna is going to bring 3. They got a 3-down lineman. Liam Orton
scrambling.
is giving him
he got a guy
pressure.
downfield open. First down. Catch around the 48-yard line.
We're going tempo. All the Gretna High players are signaling that they want to go fast. Give them the signal and let them run. Number 40, Liam Thompson, is in there at running back yet again. Another person to pay attention to, number 18, Henry Hildebrand. I did teach, I assume, what would be his sister, Erin, one of my first years teaching at Gretna High before Gretna East opened up.
Knutson
Wonderful
looking
family.
to throw.
And he
Gets
is
it to Bolts, and Bolts is going to get down, it looks about 8 yards on the play.
Hildebrand, and you look at him and you see just about everything you'd want in a tight end. Athletic, tall, strong. See if they can get him involved here.
They're going to place it 2nd and 3 for the Dragons. Knutson, they're going to line up in the offset I. Receivers calling in. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. They're going to, it is a play-action play. He has a man downfield. Throw, and incomplete.
Lakers.
As Bryce Lakers, that's Knutson's
their
main
go-to.
target.
That's the connection right there. And typically you'll see Bryce, it was a little bit more of a difficult catch.
Yeah.
But typically you see him bring that one in.
Yeah, and usually he has like 770, pushing 800 yards on this season. He's their main receiver. Rare missed opportunity by Lakers on the
It looks
catch.
like a total of 9 touchdowns too. So, I mean, putting up numbers all over the place and being a very dangerous threat for Knutson down the field.
3rd and short for the Dragons. Lining up Thompson with Knutson in the backfield. Trips to the near side. Looking to throw. It's a screen pass to Thompson. Thompson catches
what a
it.
call.
Get a block downfield.
Good
And
rally.
get tackled at the 39-yard line.
Big 3rd down call there. And credit to Gretna High. I think everyone here thought that one was going deep until the last second.
Yeah, the Dragons are going to play that really well. Screen pass when they're getting those blitzes, when those coverages are downfield, they're not going to expect it to the running back on that screen. And if they have a little bit more blocking on that, he's going even farther. Knutson lining up empty backfield, trips to the far side, looking to throw, scrambling, and he's going downfield, going to the 20. He's at the 15, 10, 5, and he's down at the 3, but there is a flag on the play.
Likely coming back.
It's probably going to be a holding here. It is holding on the Dragons.
Now as we wait for them to reset, let's go over a little summary on the stats here. For Gretna East, got 189 total yards, much of that coming on the ground, although it is pretty balanced. 73 passing yards and 116 rushing. Now it stands out. You talk about that 73 passing yards. They've thrown 3 passes, 3 for 3 so far with 1 touchdown through the air. All to Craigle. Yeah, that's a good stat. And then for carries, get this. I mean, you want anything more? 11.6 rushing yards per carry right now for Gretna East with 2 touchdowns.
And that's what Nebraskans like to see out of their running backs. Knutson trips to the far side. He's going to take it. QB power again right up the middle. Sorry, not QB power, QB draw. And he is going to get about 6 yards on the play.
And as we go 2nd down, we got the Dragons now 125 yards of total offense, 122 rushing. We're about 50% completion through the air with them.
New quarterback coming in for the Dragons. Looks like number 6, Zeke Jassa. looking to throw.
Yeah, and you talk about the difference right now, different styles of offense. Gretna High likes to pass. Gretna East likes to run. We got 6 of 12 for the Dragons offensively. They got a 69 pass yards, and they're averaging 5.4 on the ground. Big third down, 3rd and 8.
Sorry about that mistake. That was not Zeke. That was still Michael out there on the play. Michael Knutson looking to throw. He's going to scramble. As he's getting sacked,
he throws it up!
Intercepted!
Throws it up.
And that interception going to be tackled. Intercepted by number 33. Cade Thompson with the interception.
And now, great job for Cade being in the right spot at the right time, but we got to talk about Michael Knutson there. He had pressure in his face. A sack was likely there, and just he went to his safety blanket there and unfortunately double covered, and kind of a gift with an interception.
Yeah, he kind of threw it up there. It was because of that pressure. He was in the middle of being sacked while throwing, too. He was trying to throw it away. Got a little desperate, and it got intercepted.
Now, Gretna High, you're going to tell him he gets back inside. You got to live to play another down. Take the sack. If we need to punt, we punt. But now, once again, Gretna East starting from the 40-yard line with a punt, maybe theoretically, get him down to the 20, to the 15. You got to play the long game here.
Groves is going to, with the quarterback draw on the play, going to go about 6 yards on that one right there. Sorry, 5 on that play. Griffin's going to line up, offset pistol. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Handing it off to Sam. Sam's going to punch it. He's still pulling about 3 yards, 2 or 3 yards there on that one.
If I'm Gretna East, what I'm saying here is there's 7:45 on the clock. We're up by 2 touchdowns. We're playing pretty well in all phases. We have one of the best running backs in the state. I am going to drag this out. I'm going to keep rushing the ball, watching that clock tick down, and if I can score with 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left, and really force Gretna High, but if I can be up 28-7 with 2 or 3 minutes left on the clock, you want to talk about ideal, that's probably what they're hoping for here.
Groves is looking to throw. There's pressure. He gets shoved down, and it is incomplete, out of bounds. There was a lot of pressure by the Dragons defense that time. That is exactly what they need. Putting it out, that is 3 and out for the Griffins, and now they have a decision to make. And
Coach Hobbs is telling the special teams to stay off the field. He waved them off. They were all gathering. They were getting ready, and he said, nah, you're staying on the sideline. We're going to go for it here. Aggressive style, and that's a key trait of both teams, which I love. We've all seen conservative offense, the ones that do not believe in themselves. Both teams, Gretna East right now at this moment, they're going to believe in themselves.
Groves with the hard count, and that's going to be a false start on the Griffins. Dragons celebrating.
And now the special teams are coming out on the field.
And they are going to punt. That's going to be the play of the game for the Dragons, whether or not they can get the Griffins to slow down, stop them, and get the ball back and score fast.
Nolan Iverson, the punter for the Griffins. Let's see what he can do here. Not a great scenario, getting a false start, but if your punter can bail you out here, you're still feeling pretty good.
Good punt, landing around the 29. Lakers is going to let it bounce. And it's going to roll to the 15-yard line.
42 yards for Nolan.
Solid punt.
If I tried to punt that hard, I'd tear something, so good on him.
I just fall down.
I twisted my ankle in the hallway the other day.
It hit the beam, and you could hear it all the way down the hall. All right, Dragons coming out to start their drive. So
Red Ace is going to continue with 3 down linemen on defense, trying to counter that Gretna High spread.
And it
Flag.
looks like offsides on the offense. Lined up
Offsides on
incorrectly.
the Dragons. Another unforced error. I assume, and they're not giving numbers, but I assume if you see that, that's going to be one of the wide receivers. You're supposed to check in with the side ref. You're supposed to give him a little nod, a little thumbs up. You can't do it. You cannot get behind the chains. Now you're in 1st and 15 from your own 10.
Knutson's going to be standing at about the 5-yard line. Thompson to his side. Play action, overthrew it just a tad. Pass was intended for Joe Sullivan. Incomplete. Dragons now have 2nd and 15 at their own 10. Being pushed back with how the Griffins' D-line and linebackers have been pressuring Knutson all game. This is going to get a little scary for the Dragons. It is Halloween season. They're looking at the sideline to look for a play, and it looks like there is a timeout called.
Something. I'm not sure if anyone on the sidelines called it. Maybe an official's timeout over something?
The officials are talking, discussing something, double-checking. All good. They're ready to go back to play. Knutson back there with Thompson again. Shifting receiver. Lakers moving over to the near side. Knutson looking to throw. He's looking over. He scrambles near the goal line. He's looking to throw. He's going to scramble to throw. Intercepted again. Griffin's running it down. Chase Lochek with the interception. He will get the ball at the 9-yard line. Griffins will start at the Dragons 9.
As a Vikings fan, the classic mistake from a quarterback, rolling out one direction, throwing across your body to the middle. You can't do it. It's one of the first rules of quarterbacking. Not that I've ever played it, but I've watched a lot of football. You can't roll out and throw across your body. It's just not worth the risk. Brett Favre versus New Orleans to go to the Super Bowl broke all of our hearts. Flashbacks from for this commentator right now.
Grove going to line up. They're lining up in the pistol. Grove's going to hand it off to Sam. Sam's going to push it down. They're going to get about 2 yards on the play. Dragons have been doing a good job of containing Sam's ever since those first 2 drives, keeping him short, holding him to less than about 5 yards the last couple drives. Good adjustments made by the Dragons' defense and defensive line. Another thing we're going to try and see here is if they do a little bit of trickery. Instead of handing it off to Sims, they might dump it off to the tight end or throw it here. RPO is great here in the red zone. Knutson to throw. The throw is to Sams. Sams is going to try and break a couple tackles, and he's only going to get about a yard on the play.
Now, I want to make sure that we give credit to the Dragons' defense here. They have been put in some pretty difficult situations. Gretna East has started mostly just about every drive with a short field. And I know Gretna East has 21, and they're driving right now to get 28 or 24. The Dragons' defense is holding them in this thing. I mean, they're working hard. They're swarming to the ball. When things are maybe not going so great on the other side, they're coming on with energy, and you can see it on this field right now, swarming to that ball.
Groves lined up. He's going to hand it off to Sams up the middle. Dragons are going to swarm him at the 5-yard line. He might get a little bit more on there. They're going to call him down at the 4-yard line. Griffins are coming out to kick. Camden Korth, the kicker for the Griffins.
Not much more than an extra point here.
Out of the hold of Nolan Iverson, the punter.
Missed it.
And it's
missed it left.
Wide left.
Now,
short left.
all you can say, major win for Gretna High right there.
That is essentially a turnover for the Dragons in their favor. Getting the ball back now, they need to be able to score as fast as possible. And if they're able to score fast, this is a game again.
You're going to be getting towed. You might want to get over there and get your vehicle out of that building.
Well, that's not my car. My car is not getting towed. We don't need to worry about that.
They're announcing over the PA system that they got some illegal parkers and people are going to start getting towed here. We told you at the start of the game, the stands are packed. They've been packed for hours at this point. So people got desperate, parked in places maybe they shouldn't have been. But
Would not be surprising. Both sides of the parking lot are going to be filled.
Dragons have it first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Dragons are going to run it a little bit. Thompson is going to get about 3 yards there.
Gain of 2. Second and 8 for the Dragons at their 22-yard line.
Second 8 for the Dragons at the 22. Dragons looking for a play. Defense adjusting. Knutson takes a snap, looking to throw. D linemen are coming after him. He's scrambling, looking to throw, and it's caught. Is he inbounds?
nope, incomplete.
Incomplete, out of bounds. It's the third time that's happened for the Dragons tonight. And it's 3rd down and 8.
Crowd's getting loud. Griffey getting the crowd pumped up. What a shot. Now, I would like to point out here, we have some wonderful student and adult participants on the broadcasting team. For those that don't necessarily know the behind the scenes of this operation, it takes no less than 10 to 15 people every single game to run things on the big board, to broadcast, and we can't thank our student volunteers enough. They love doing this. And then we also have a lot of great teachers and sponsors that put in work every Thursday, Friday night, whenever they're needed.
Yeah, this is such a great opportunity for not only students who, they want to be in sports, but maybe they're not, super good at being athletic. I know I was like that. I ran the camera, but back then that was just an iPad and a dream. Now we have this whole setup thanks to not only their sponsors, but the community it's had such a great impact on so many students, letting them do find out new passions and find new ways that maybe they want to do a career in.
And they're huge. Our students that run broadcasting, they are huge parts of the game day experience. And everyone at home, even just a couple of years ago, like you said, the streaming, it was just an iPad. And maybe had a little grainy view. Now we got all this gear, all these people. It's awesome.
Knutson's throw to Lakers is going to be incomplete, but it's short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 29-yard line. The line to go is about the 30.5-yard line, just a couple inches past the 30. Dragons look like they're staying in the field in their own end zone. If they do not, or in their own side of the field, if they don't get this, they're going
Number
to
22,
struggle.
Schlottman in.
Oh,
he's going to be a lead blocker for
And he
Knutson.
blocks it. He gets going, and he's going to go out around the 42-yard line.
What a call by Gretna High. That's a high-risk, high-reward type of play call there, but they kept it in the hands of their impact player.
And they've ran the option very well tonight. The quarterback has done a great job of either getting out of the pocket. Knutson can do that, and he can run the traditional option, speed option, or draw.
And sometimes they're just going straight quarterback power.
Almost intercepted again, and
we got a flag on the play.
Maybe
Gretna East got there a little bit early.
Pass interference.
I don't know if we got a replay on that. Love to analyze it.
They will give that to the Dragons, pass interference on the Griffins.
We'll give the benefit of the doubt to the referees on there. They're you talk about the broadcasting team, the referee crew out there. They're just normal, everyday people, normal 9 to 5s, and they're getting up their time too. So I trust in their skills and their calls.
Knutson's going to line shotgun. Trips to the far side. Snap. Knutson looking to throw. Good pass.
Lots of
Blocking down the
time
field.
back there.
And Bolts.
Just inches
Real
in front
close.
of Bolts there.
Almost had that. Just like the other one to Bolts earlier in the game. Great placement by Knutson. Just
Look
a
at that
little
pocket
long.
by the offensive line of Gretna High, really giving Knutson that opportunity to look downfield, get his eyes up, feel comfortable, and just a little bit too far.
And the Griffins did not bring a ton on the line right away, but those linebackers, they're going to come in and blitz right there. Griffins only bringing 3. It's going to be a screen pass to Thompson. Thompson got plenty of blocks downfield, and he's going to get a first down and a little more.
2:42 left on the clock as Gretna High is driving it, now sitting about the 30-yard line, and you start thinking 21-14 possibly at the end of the half, and if you're Gretna High, you're wanting to get into that locker room, reorganize a couple things, and you're feeling pretty good about that score line.
Close game going into the second half is what we expect, and I assume that they're going to try and get this in. Knutson takes the ball, going to hand it off to Thompson. Thompson's got some blocks on the outside, and he's going to break a couple tackles, getting about 3 yards. Good outside blocking by the Dragons O-line there.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Dragons. At the Griffins' 27-yard line.
You're going to see the Dragons start to run the ball a lot more. With Thompson in, they've been running it a lot more than I expected. But they're using him in engaging ways, using him in the screen game and in the and just passing it as a blocker. Knutson looking to throw. He has someone, and it looks. Oh, the sack fails. Knutson gets a couple yards, avoiding snacks, spinning around, getting about about a yard total is what they'll call it. Look at him move out of the pocket as it collapsed, spinning around, doing 2 spins to get that yard.
Really
better than a
sack. Something
sack.
out of nothing there. At least getting a couple.
Doing what he could to get avoid the loss on the play. Knutson moving his receivers around, running pistol, and they're going to call a flag. Delay of game on the Dragons.
Let's talk about the crowd really getting in there. I heard, parents are in there screaming.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 12. Dragons are going to check their play. Running trips near side, or sorry, not trips. They're going to run all 3 receivers on each side, 1 on the far side. Knutson snaps it. Play action to Thompson, and it's caught. First down, Dragons. Completed to Drew Bolts on the edge.
Yep.
Drew Bolts finally gets a catch after missing the other 2 catches earlier from those passes. Dragons going to line up fast.
We got to go tempo. Remember, Gretna High used a lot of their timeouts in that first quarter.
They called it short.
Comes into factor. Just got to get that first down, which he does. Good job of Knutson of knowing where the line was and making sure he got those critical few yards. And not only that, he gets out of bounds and saves some time, lets your offense reset.
20 seconds left in the half.
And 0 timeouts for Gretna High.
No timeouts. This is it. They have They're going to try and get the ball outside. First down right here. Knutson snaps the ball. Looking to throw. Searching for a receiver. He's going to run it. Take it off. He's going to run out of bounds. A little late, but they're not going to throw it. They're going to let him play a little bit. Be 2nd and 5.
Now, with 11 seconds left, you're really thinking about 1 or 2 plays, I'd imagine. I think you really got to look for a touchdown unless you can get a very quick strike pass to the outside. Unless you can get that clock to stop, it's going to be very difficult to get your field goal unit on the field in rhythm. So I'd imagine we're going to be seeing a pretty aggressive offense going for a touchdown here.
We're going to see an out route or hook route. Knutson, play action, looking to throw.
Slow mesh.
Looking to throw. Got a guy. It's Bolt. Catches it.
Over the shoulder.
Oh, down at the 1. Touchdown. They're going to call it. Refs haven't called it yet.
Called him out.
Called him
at
out
the 1 yard line with 1 second left on the clock. What a catch, though.
That was an insane
Over
catch.
his shoulder, looked it in. Knutson with an absolute arc of a pass.
Perfect placement.
And we got some upset fans.
They want the clock out. But the refs are going to let them set up because he did. They're saying he stepped out of bounds at the 1.
Timeout, Gretna East.
Gretna East.
Now, as we get a timeout going, just a couple scores from around the metro area. Latest we have is at halftime, Papio South is up 14-6 over Elkhorn South. So Papio South 14, Elkhorn South 6. We got Norris 35-12 over Elkhorn with 2 minutes left. Omaha Skutt is up 35-14 over Blair. All big games. Lincoln Pius 7-7 with number 1 Waverly.
Waverly's undefeated right now.
That's kind of your Class B action. Now your Class A down in Lincoln. Lincoln East up 14 over Lincoln Southeast. Omaha Central 20 points ahead over Fremont. Millard West 14-7. And then, like I just said, the Papio La Vista South 14-6 over Elkhorn South. Last one for you. Creighton Prep 14. My alma mater, Norfolk High 10 at the end of the first half.
Close one.
Panthers giving them a fight.
Oh, Knutson, they're going to line up in the heavy set. The Dragons lined up heavy. Looks like they're going to try the old Philadelphia classic push in.
Did he get it? Let's see it. This is last play either way. Let's see what we're playing.
Refs signaling.
Get in there.
Refs
did not short. Did not get in according to the refs. He is short. The Gretna East Griffins.
Oh, we got a flag at the end.
Now we got a flag at the end. I don't think that's going to change the result. Second half kickoff is where this is going to be signed.
What a finish. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Dragons. There's that rivalry chippiness coming in.
What a way to end that first half. No one in the NFL or college football can figure it out, but somehow, some way, the Gretna East Griffins have figured out how to stop the almighty tush push right here on the 1 yard line with 1 second to go. And we go into halftime 21-7. The Griffins are ahead. And next up, you're going to have a wonderful halftime entertainment. We got the dance team, we got cheer, we got twirlers, and we can't forget about our Gretna East band. While football might get a ton of attention, and rightfully so, right? We got to pay our respects, and we got to give a shout-out to all of our other participants. If you go and you look at how much time these other activities spend, it's incredible. So shout out to the band and all that you guys do, the dancers, the cheer, the twirlers, everyone. It's awesome to have so many people participating in these great programs.
Yeah.
We will toss it to the field. We're going to put our mic so you can listen to the music, and we'll bring you back into the booth when we're ready to go for a second half.
Griffins and Griffins dance team. Fans, please direct your attention to center field, where the Gretna East and Gretna High twirlers work together. The Gretna East twirlers are Ellie Barker, Millie Bannock, Carson Burton, and Maya Wilmeth. The Gretna twirler is Afton Eggers. Thanks for all your hard work and dedication. About a big round of applause for the Gretna East and Gretna High twirlers. Now please welcome back to the field the Griffin Pride Marching Band. Gretna East show is entitled Big Buzziness and features the following musical selections: Bloom by Benjamin Hilton. Gretna East High School is proud to present in a halftime performance, drum majors Maddie Baker-Clausen, Riley Kritzer, Akaya Kopetsky, and the Griffin Pride Marching Band. While the band's getting set up, another State Patrol announcement. The State Patrol wants to remind you that every time you get behind the wheel, make it click, because wearing a seatbelt can be the difference in whether you walk away from a crash or not.
Hey seniors, this is Mr. Levette. This is Mr. Holkey. We wanted to send you guys a message before your senior night performance, just telling you guys how proud we are of you guys and all the work you've done over the last few years.
Yeah, we're so proud of you. Thank you for all the hard work you put into the Griffin Pride band program over the years. We're going to miss you so much. Let's have a great final run at the Gretna High Stadium tonight.
And let's have an even better run tomorrow as we take down State Marching.
one of the hardest working creatures in the ecosystem. They work constantly to maintain the hive and create honey. You'll be happy to know that bees as a species haven't had a day off in 27 billion years. Welcome to Honeycorp. Get back to work.
There has to be more to life than work. Right?
They just need time for joy. Introducing Honeycorp's new program, Time Off. Honeycorp is now the leader in honey production and bee happiness.
Your Griffin Pride Marching Band! The Griffin Pride Marching Band staff would like to thank all of their students for their hard work and dedication this season. Additionally, we would like to thank the Gretna Public Schools Administration and the Griffin Band Parents Organization for all of their help and support. Let's hear it again for the Griffin Pride Marching Band. We also want to wish them best of luck tomorrow evening as they compete in the NSBA State Championships at Buell Stadium. Their performance will be at 7:15 p.m. Good luck, Griffin Pride. At this time, we would like to recognize these special fall performances. Girls Golf. The Gretna East Girls Golf Team qualified for the state tournament in Scottsbluff, finishing third overall at the state meet with 2 individual medalists. Ellie
Welcome back to Gretna as the battle for 370 is about to continue in about 3 minutes. Before we head back,
about 2:50 left.
Yeah. Before we go back to the game, we're going to have some score updates here from around the state, college sports. Nebraska volleyball gets another sweep in their historic undefeated season, 3-0 over the Northwestern Wildcats. And speaking of Northwestern, their football team is here, coming to Lincoln, playing the Huskers tomorrow. See if the Huskers can rebound from that brutal loss, 24-6 last Friday to Minnesota.
The Gophers got us again.
Gophers got us again.
I believe PJ Fleck is now 7-1.
7-1 against Nebraska.
Ouch.
Yeah, we got other games coming up around the state as well. Wayne State College up in Wayne, America, is taking on Minnesota State, ranked number 9 in D2 tomorrow. We'll see how they fare up again against one of their conference opponents here going to the last leg of the season.
Yeah, in FBS football, so we got Nebraska playing tomorrow, but a couple other nice matchups tomorrow, and maybe we'll predict. I don't know. Let's do this first. Put you on the spot because we didn't talk about this.
Yes.
Nebraska versus Northwestern.
I think it's a rebound game.
Okay.
I think the Huskers can they can get out, they can cover. I think they're going to adjust their play calling, run the ball with EJ a bit better than they did. They only had 14 carries against Minnesota. If he can run the ball, get the ball out quick, that pass rush won't be as much of an issue as people are predicting it. Though Northwestern is a
better
run
than
team.
Expected.
Yeah, better.
Solid team, better than expected. I think when everyone saw the schedule come out at the beginning of the year, everyone kind of chalked up that win to Northwestern, but as we've kind of learned, not something we can take for granted.
That, along with that loss to Tulane. Tulane looked really good at the beginning of the season, and they're cruising on to be one of the main Group of 5 contenders this year. So having them beat Northwestern kind of made Northwestern look a little better over time. It was a close game as well. So maybe that can end up pretty well. We have some other good games in college football. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin going to Norman, Oklahoma, play the Sooners.
That's going to be a fun one.
That'll be really fun.
I'm going to look at that other 11 a.m., which is UCLA at Indiana. Let's take a moment. Number 2, Indiana.
Never thought I'd see that.
Incredible to see that number next to their name, but give Kurt Signetti all the credit in the world. When the man took the job, what did he say? He told the world to Google him. Google me.
Win.
That's how you know we're going to win. You say something like that, you better back it up, and he has. And along with that, as a Nebraska fan, I'm happy for Indiana, but it also gives me hope as a Nebraska fan that it can be done, that maybe the promised land isn't so far away.
Yeah, hopefully they can get that handled. I've always liked Signetti. I'm a college football sicko. I love watching a lot of college football, and I've watched James Madison where Signetti was before, and a lot of his players at Indiana last year and this year played with him down in Virginia at James Madison, so it'll be good to see him. And UCLA has been up and up ever since they fired their head coach, and if they can continue this, that'll be a big one for the Huskers later on when they go to the Rose Bowl and play UCLA.
All right, so let's see this. All right, you chose Nebraska. Now let's do this. UCLA at Indiana. Which one you got?
Indiana clears. I think UCLA might put a fight up, though.
Good story. UCLA is a good story, a story of redemption, but I'm going to have to agree with you. Indiana, they're a fun story. They're a fun team, very disciplined. As we look here once more,
I got to mention Memphis, South Florida at Memphis. That's going to be a great game. Memphis is a great atmosphere. Love the uniforms. South Florida's been a hot team all season. Honestly, game day could have went there this week instead of picking Nashville, but still a pretty good matchup. Auburn, Arkansas, both teams scrapping around at the bottom of the SEC. Bama, South Carolina.
Listen, we want to talk about a must-win game down on the plains with Hugh Freeze. Arkansas fired their coach already. One of the jobs where Pittman's gone, right? Yeah, they got an interim. If you lose that game, if you are Auburn, if you're Hugh Freeze, we're probably talking about another Sunday breaking news story of that job coming open.
Big buyout, too,
and it's at Arkansas, I believe.
That gives them a bit of a chance. Arkansas has been scrappy ever since Pittman was fired.
And then the 2:30 slot, ESPN, Missouri and Vanderbilt.
We got about a minute left before.
We're getting our crew up on the camera. You can see that rain coming down. Our crew is standing strong, not leaving their post as we are getting ready for that second half.
I'm going to switch the camera over. No, you guys looking at us. We're going to switch it over.
There we go.
Stream over to the camera. We got 2 engrossed. We love talking college football. That's what our plan here. We're working on stuff, and all we talk is college football. Floyd of Rosedale is also tomorrow. I know there's a lot of Iowa Hawkeye fans on this side of the river, and they're going to be
too many.
They're going to be looking to play their rivals Minnesota and see whoever gets that beautiful prized pig.
All right. We are about to get that second half underway. Now, just to kind of recap here, at the end of the first half, when Gretna East stopped the 1-yarder, we also had a personal foul penalty. And so that's going to carry on to the second half because Gretna High is kicking from their own 25.
Yeah, and that's going to be one of those plays that let's look back for a long time. Drew Bolt's holding the ball over the goal line to attempt to try and get a touchdown. Refs not agreeing with it. The failed tush push again for the Dragons to try to get a touchdown. That fails as well. Then you have this kickoff. Griffins are going to start with the ball. They lead 21-7, and here is your second half. Griffins returning from about the 20-yard line. Got a line of blockers. He's going to cut to the inside, cut down the middle, and stopped around the 38-yard line.
And you kind of saw there a little bit of a slip. It's hard to see on the stream, but the rain did pick up throughout halftime. And so it went from kind of a little shadowy mist to now it is coming down pretty good. And so keeping your feet. The pass game is going to be more challenging perhaps this half. And so for Gretna East, you're feeling pretty good because
there
your
you go.
primary is
you
run.
can see the
yep.
rain when you look at the lights. It's coming down. Handoff. Groves gives it to Sams. He's got more. He got yards. First down.
About an 11-yard gain, and right there at the end of the run, number 23 from Gretna High, which is Jaden Peters, came up from behind and tried to punch that ball out. Connor Sams, good job to secure that ball, especially in the rain. That ball is going to be wet. He did a good job of fighting that off.
Some great blocks on the outside with the receivers and the O-line to get to the outside there. Great. Snap the ball.
Oh, fake.
He's looking.
Bubble.
Pressure. Throws.
Going deep.
He got a guy down.
Again.
And it's Regal. Touchdown. Griffins score again on the bomb.
Under pressure for Chase Grow. He had a Gretna High defender coming right at him. Threw it up. We talked about in the first half. Where's his main man? Seth Craigle. Throw it up. He's somewhere down there. Toss it up, another long play for Seth Craigle, who has 4 receptions. Get this, 124 yards off those 4 receptions.
The entirety of Grove's passing yards is to Craigle right now. He is throwing directly to him. That is his main guy, all 124 yards and all of the 2 passing touchdowns to put the Griffins up. Looks like 28-7 now
and
after
just
the
like
kick.
The first touchdown for Craigle, the defender's there, not out of position, but just Chase places it in the perfect spot for Seth to go up and get it. Outstanding connection for the Griffins on the quick start to the first half, or second half.
Getting a start like this is exactly what the Griffins want. The Dragons need to claw their way out of this hole that they put themselves in with the penalties, with a little bit of blown coverage, and with stopping the run.
Excellent maturity from Chase on this replay. You can see he stepped up in that pocket as the defender was coming right at him in order to get that down the field. Just a second ago, we saw the flags, the East flags running. They were running strong. Now, we've been at a few games where it gets to 50 or 60 points. And not to say anyone's cheating, but they do sub themselves out when they're running the track with those flags.
They get a little tired.
It gets up there.
They aren't. I don't know if all of them are track runners, but they get tired. They run from one end to the other almost all 80 yards of the stadium.
A turn of events. The end of the first half, Gretna High is on the 1-yard line. QB sneak with 1 second left. Gretna East is able to stop it, and then within about 4 plays, second half, Gretna East is on the board the other way, and we're 28-7.
If you're part of the Pride, you're very happy right now. If you're in the Dragons layer, you're a little worried. Kicking up from the 40. It's going to be returned around the 4-yard line. Got some blockers ahead. He's going to sprint through. He dodged the block and gets pushed out of bounds at the 38-yard line by the kicker.
Camden Korth put his shoulder in that one, said, I got to protect the end zone here.
What a kickoff return. Sets the Dragons up in great territory to be able to strike.
Good on Camden getting involved there. Reminiscent of Pat McAfee in his Colts days with those hits.
Knudsen lining up. Pistol Motioning some receivers around, trips to the near side. Knutson takes a snap, looking to throw. Throws it down, caught. About a yard short. It looks like that is Drew Bolts on the catch. Sorry, number 2, Talon Dayharsh.
In a really good route, keeping it simple, right? Make sure we start off in the positive here for Gretna High.
Knutson shotgun. 3 set to the near side. Looking to throw. Has a bomb down.
Oh, this is going to be a competitive ball.
And it's tipped up and incomplete. The pass was to Crosby. Broken up by Crosby, sorry. I think the pass was to Dayharsh again. He had plenty of time to throw there.
And Abe's coming off the field here. I don't know if he got the wind knocked out of him or what happened there. I mean, he was trying to high point that ball. Now, something early on, and we'll see if they're able to continue this, but Gretna East, you can see where their defensive ends are winding up. They're stopping at the hips.
Handoff to Thompson, pushing.
Knutson.
Did he get there? Did he get the forward progress? And they're going to call him short. Short of the line. They're going to say he's going to lose about an inch.
When Gretna High was getting their biggest plays is when Gretna East defensive ends were getting so up the field that was providing an alley for Knutson to run through. Early on, maybe it was discussed at halftime, maybe not, but there seems to be an adjustment of once you get to the hips, you got to anchor down and you got to make sure that he's not able to escape that pocket.
All right, Knutson's they're calling a play in. They got
crowd's getting after that. They just got a shot of the middle school students going crazy.
Tight end off the line. Knutson set, snaps the ball, hand off to Thompson. He got it. He got more. He's going into the secondary, 22. Pushing off. He's still going. He's still going, and he's still going all the way. Push another guy down to the 10-yard line. Oh,
Casey
my.
Schlottenfeld,
sorry.
Number 22.
Number 22. I thought it was Thompson.
The traditional running back that we've seen all season. They've been supplementing with number 40, which has been Liam Thompson. But on that play, they went back to the veteran, and what they rewarded veteran. He's a sophomore, but he's the one that's been in there pretty much all year.
Wow, what a run. What a hole and what a way to get down into the red zone. Dragons have the ball at the 14-yard line. Snap. Knutson looking to throw. He has pressure, and he's being down. He is going to be sacked at the 21. There was a group of Griffins down on that sack, finally getting through and getting him down.
Got a nice replay here from our brilliant broadcasting group. You can see that interior push by Gretna East. Logan Wilson gets in for a few plays and makes an impact.
Knutson by himself in the backfield, looking to throw, pulling up to the up. Caught! First, close to the first down. He's getting closer to the 5-yard line.
Bryce Lakers with the reception.
His favorite receiver. Great throw, great catch. 3rd and 1 once again.
We're getting down. We're getting near the end zone. Gretna East pulls what seems to be a linebacker, maybe kind of a rover, and they add in an additional D lineman. Logan Wilson back in.
Knutson snap, handoff. Did he get it? They're gonna. It's like he's short.
They're call him short.
Same thing as earlier.
Big decision here. Do you go for the points, or do you try to keep up? It's 28-7. That clock's going to keep ticking down. See once again that shot of that rain coming down here.
Dragons look to the sideline to see what the play to be called. They just have not been able to get that leverage on those earlier runs unless the quarterback is the one running. Knutson's going to run empty backfield. Schlottfeld running as a receiver.
Want to watch out for a QB draw here.
Lakers to the left, and he's going to run the QB draw right up the middle. Did he make it? And looks like they're going to give it to him. 1st and goal for the Dragons. They're down at the 2-yard line.
When it counts the most, You're going to put it into the hands of your playmaker. Offense coordinators, no need to overcomplicate it. Who's your best player? How do we get them the ball in critical situations?
Offset pistol, Knutson snaps the ball, hands it off to Schlotfeld, and he's going to get stuffed.
Legs are
the
pumping.
entire pride of Griffin stopping him.
Just like Connor Sams, if you want to get Slotman down, you better bring multiple people to the party.
I call that a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. Sorry, from the 3-yard line. Dragons lining up. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Handed off to Schlotfeld. He's going to go to the outside, cutting in, and he's in. Touchdown, Dragons.
Yep.
And that's what the Dragons have been looking for.
Nice little cutback.
Exactly. Cutting in, cutting out, right into the end zone. That's what they've been looking for this entire game, especially when they get down to the end zone. They could have used that at the end of the half. That'll cut this lead from 21 down to 14 if the PAT is good.
See how the holder handles this ball. Again, it's raining, it's wet.
It's up, and it's good. And there's the Gretna flags flying on the other side of the track. It's really weird for them to be on that side. I don't think Gretna High has ever been on the east side of the stadium before.
Last year, Gretna High was the home team for this game, so they were on. This is probably the first time in history the Gretna Dragons are on the visitors' side, something that they're potentially going to have to get used to in the coming days. Yeah. As we wait for the teams come out for kickoff, a couple more updates here from big games around the area. We got in Class B, Norris handling Elkhorn 42-12. So you look around, Scott up 49-14 over Blair. Lincoln Pius is still tied with Waverly 7-7. In Class A, let's see if there's anything crazy going on there. Millard West and Omaha Westview are tied, 1 minute left in the third quarter. Creighton Prep 21, Norfolk 13 with the ball at the end of the third. So some interesting games going on.
There were some interesting games last night as well. Central, who lost, was upset last night. Dragons to kick, and it's off.
Seth Craigle back for the return. He's going to leave it be for the end zone. Look at that. You see that? Coach Haberman giving the towel to the referee that's going to be handling the Griffins football for a little bit. Told him to keep it. Go ahead and keep that. Just make sure the ball is dry if you would.
Griffin's second drive of the half, the first drive, really cruising it down to the end zone and scoring right away. That long pass. Griffins snaps the ball. Play action. Boot, roll out. He's looking to throw. Man in his face. Dragon looking to get him. He's going to throw under pressure. There's 2 Griffins, and they're tipped incomplete.
Once again, with the outside containment with the Gretna High defensive line. Same situation, just the other team with the ball. Both quarterbacks in this game are extremely athletic. Both feel really comfortable scrambling while looking downfield. Got to keep them contained in the pocket in order to keep everything under control if you're the defense.
They're really trying to make plays on plays that are getting blown up. And the O-line, even though there's a couple guys getting through, they're still blocking, giving them some extra time on those scrambles. Groh takes a snap, looking to throw. He's got time, 54. Dragons in his face. It's caught.
Wow, what a play. But there is a flag.
There is a flag. It was caught by Carson Herman. We'll see who the flag is on.
I believe, illegal man downfield, I think, is what happened there.
Yeah, illegal man downfield on the Griffins.
Groh had to hold that ball for a long time, do a little magic in the backfield to avoid the sack, but The longer the quarterback holds the ball, the further downfield those linemen tend to get.
That'll back him up. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 15-yard line. Dragons running 2 high safeties, looking like they're expecting to throw. They have 4, 5 on the line. DN looking to blitz. There's the blitz and the QB draw, and he's brought down at the line. Grows down, getting brought down right away. Dragons.
Third and
swarming.
long. Your choice here. Do we stay conservative, avoid a turnover, and just be okay with a punt and trust our defense, or does Gretna East feel like they have to air this one out? Do they have to get this first down? That's the dilemma. Those are the decisions.
Expect a last-minute run, a last-minute handoff, or even a quarterback draw again to try and get those backs off. Dragons
screenplay perhaps here.
Yeah, screenplay would be great. Dragons are going to run too high and again, and there's a timeout. Griffins are calling the time.
All right, we'll send you out with some trivia for a little bit.
See if you guys can get this one.
Reception record. Man, one of these names is not like the other on this list, and that makes me feel like it's this person. It is Michael Thomas in his prime.
Cheating.
One of those names, not like the other. Mr. Statsny getting tricky with it.
Larry Fitzgerald and Jerry Rice, both elite receivers. We're going to go back to play after the timeout. Dragons are getting
Man,
loud.
Look at that professionalism on the field right now. They are holding that ball in the towel. Details matter, folks.
Dragons shift their safeties. Grow, set. Snaps the ball, looking to throw. Plenty of time. Big hit.
Where are they going to mark him?
They give him the catch. He catches it while getting hit.
Looks like they marked him short, though. Oh, maybe not. Okay. They're signaling move the – oh, let's see. Nope. They're telling the clock to run. All right, so we're 4th and short.
4th and 1. What a catch. What a throw. What a stop by the Dragons to hold them right there at the 1 yard short. The Griffins look like they're going to stay on the field. If they do, if the Griffins don't get this, the Dragons are going to be set up perfectly.
We'll see if they snap it here. They might just be going on a hard count, trying to get one.
Dragons look like they're bringing blitz.
You want to keep the ball, but the risk.
And there's the flag.
They ran out of time.
Take a delay of game.
Zeros on the clock.
Give them some better room to punt.
Looks like punt team's coming out.
This is the time for the Dragons to stage their comeback. If there's any time for them to start, it is now. They've been able to drive down the field pretty well. This is the turning point where the momentum could shift in the Dragons' favor for the first time.
You see that Gretna High sideline right now. They're full of energy. They're feeling good on the Gretna High side. If you're Gretna East, you want to handle the fundamentals here. Nothing crazy on the punt.
Punt's up. It's going to go to about the 42, or it's going to be returned. Lakers. Up,
got a flag.
And they're going to get a flag. It looks like it's going to be a block in the back or a hold on the Dragons.
Really good return by Lakers, though.
Solid return with how many people were in his face. They're going to call a block in the back on the Dragons. The rain is still coming down.
It's only coming down more and more as the game goes along.
Already a cold night. That fall weather is finally set in here. There it is.
I'll tell you what, and unrelated, but it's looking unlikely that my dog Bo is going to be getting a walk when I get home at this rate.
Knudsen, shotgun set, looking to throw. Got plenty of time. He's scrambling to the side, throws it away out of bounds. Receivers could not get open for the Dragons. Great coverage by the Griffins.
Excellent job by number 33, Cade Thompson of Gretna East, that once Knudsen got out of the pocket there, that was his trigger, and he was up to put pressure. You certainly can't let Knudsen get outside the pocket and then set his feet, so absolutely had to apply some pressure.
Dragons lining up. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Knudsen sets. Looks, brings Lakers in motion. Snaps the ball. Knudsen screen pass to Thompson, and he's going to get right up to the first down. They're going to call him about 2 yards short at the 49-yard line.
And that's exactly what you're kind of hoping for, that screen play. You're sitting at 2nd and 10. Now you're in 3rd and short. Very manageable. Your entire playbook is open for this one.
They're subbing Thompson out. They're bringing Slotfeld back in. They run pistol. 1 to the near side, 2 to the far side.
Hildebrand motions in.
Knudsen snaps the ball, hands off to Schlotfeld. He's got a hole, and he's pushing. First down, Dragons.
Nothing fancy there, just effective football. Motion Hildebrand, who is a great blocking tight end, out on that right-hand side of the line. That's exactly where they went.
Sealing those backers and those ends, getting a good 3 or 4 yards. Dragons line up, offset, pistol, motioning the tight end again. Snap the ball. Knudsen, play action, looking to throw, has some pressure,
edge,
and he's going to get sacked. Loss of 1. That'll be 2nd and 11.
Right-hand side of that line. Got a little wrap around.
Tackles got drawn out, and those ends clashed in.
I believe that was 59, Liam Norton, that put the initial pressure on.
Dragons line up. Knudsen snaps the ball, throws, and it's caught. The
Fumble.
Lakers fumble.
Let's see what they call it. I think he had possession.
They're calling it a fumble, a turnover on
the Gretna High
fumble.
side is wondering. Nope, they're calling it for Gretna East. Got the completion, took that 1 or 2 steps. Great job of punching the ball out. Big momentum changer here.
Now let's look at the replay. Let's see how many steps he got.
Good pocket for Knudsen, able to sit down in that space there, got turned.
And there's those 2 steps. Refs say he had possession that entire time. That's a pretty close one. Grow lines up. Tight end shifts. Hands it off. Good run by Sams to the outside. Get about 5 or 6 yards. Lakers and Peters on the tackle. Only got about 4 yards there. This is the time where the Griffins are just going to take control of this game. Run the clock down, run the ball, play after play after play. They want to break the will of the Dragons' defense. Grow lines up. Takes a snap, looking to throw, and it's caught. First down, Griffins. That was caught by number 34. Quinn Barra with the catch, and he looks like he's hurt on that play after catching that.
Timeout on the field here for the game. Quinn is down, so we'll take it to the side here. coming back, everyone. We are still waiting. I realize that pause was pretty lengthy. Quinn Barra is still, he's being removed from the field.
Thumbs up.
It's our policy that we don't show these injuries, and Quinn did just give a thumbs up to the crowd, but they are going to take him away. Don't really want to speculate on the injury or what's going on, but they have him on the cart, and he's going to go get the necessary medical attention.
His teammates are swarming him, talking to him a little bit, and the Gretna side is also giving him cheers. Great statement by both sides, community-wise.
And it is a community rivalry, right, between two schools, but we are still a community. Both teams are from Gretna. All these kids are from Gretna. They've grown up.
He's waving at the fans. He's hyping them up as he goes.
He's getting the crowd going as he's leaving.
He's waving at everyone.
Great sign there. Absolutely wishing the best for him.
Yes.
Do want to recognize the medical staff that we have at these games. Within just a couple seconds of Quinn being on the ground, trainers from both schools, probably a total of 6 or 7 of them, were all around him. We have the ambulance, the fire crew. They're all here, and they came out, and they're going to take him away and get help. But Coach Haberman was right by his side, and also credit to Gretna High's coach, Coach Dalton over there, who came out to check on him too and stood right by Coach Haberman's side that entire time. So.
Yeah, did a great job, both sides. Both sides are going to have some time to warm up here, and we'll get back to the action once they get things ready, set. It'll be first down Griffins here in a few. It is still raining, still coming down, still a pretty busy day. When it comes to the weather, it was nice most of the day, a little warm when the sun was out, but once the sun got covered, it started getting a little chilly. Winds came in and blew one of those classic Midwestern storms into eastern Nebraska. Both teams need to get stretched out.
Tough moment in the middle of what has been a great game. Both teams are going to have to kind of mentally prepare for. We still have another quarter to go. We're 1:34 left in the third. But this is what Coach Hodman prepares his team for, to kind of overcome these. And as we've watched this team grow, this is the third year for Gretna East, that maturity, you've actively seen that increase, and that is where it's going to come in. But we're going to get back to playing.
Everyone's back out. Groves hands a snap off, and there goes Sam's getting another first down. The game so far has been fairly balanced between both teams. Dragons have dominated time of possession but have not been able to punch it in. Both teams have been running the ball fairly frequently, very well, and throwing the ball just the same. Both offenses right now are sitting around 300 yards total.
And very balanced for both of them between run and pass.
Exactly. Both running it a lot and both passing it a lot. Griffin's offset pistol. Grow takes the snap. Hands it off to Sam. Sorry, I got faked out by that one as well. Fake read option. Handed that read up the middle, and
First
Sam's
down
is going to get
Griffins.
another first down. That is a Nebraska crossing first down.
First down for the Griffins.
Griffins have the ball at the 42-yard line. And this is what the Griffins are going to do. They're going to run this down. They're going to take this thing into the fourth after this play. I expect Sam's to get the ball once again. Offset pistol.
Maybe everyone's expecting him to get the ball. Oh, we're going.
Grove's going to throw. They got some pressure for the Dragons.
Nice
Juked
little
him out
juke.
twice.
Hurdle.
And out of bounds, he slides at the 30-yard line for another first down for the Griffins.
An incredible individual effort to avoid contact and yet still get yards. As the quarterback, you got to be careful. Put a little nice juke out there, a little hurdle, and then ushers himself out of bounds. Got the yards, and no need to take a hit if we don't
hit
need
him with
to.
the juke stick. Went right over him and out of bounds. Perfectly. I was like he was playing on Xbox.
More of a PlayStation person myself, but both are nice.
Both are great.
As we move to the fourth quarter, we do have an ad to play.
All fans must remain in their designated areas. We appreciate your cooperation.
Well, perhaps we did have an ad to play.
Some technical difficulties on the advertisement.
I want it to be noted, I was pressing the right button.
Gretna High School flame twirlers on the other side of the field throwing their batons up on fire. Both sides getting back into it. Griffin Pride getting really into the game, getting loud. Dragon side getting just as loud. Grow takes it, going to hand it off to Sams again, and he's going to be swarmed by some Dragons. Stopped with little progression there. Maybe a yard on the carry. And that's what the Dragons need to keep up. If they want to get back in this game, down 2 scores in the fourth, they need to get those stops on the run.
Gretna East they're going to take their time. They're going to let that clock wind down.
Going to get about 6 yards. Jaden Peters on the tackle for the Dragons. About a gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Griffins on the 25-yard line.
And not a gimme. Gretna's defense has been playing pretty well in very tough situations.
This is their 5th. That was their 5th straight run play. Griffins snap the ball. Looking, play action, looking to throw. He's got nowhere to throw. He's looking. Covered all the way down the field. Pressure put on him by the Dragons. Incomplete. Looks like the Griffins coaching staff wants a hold on the Dragons, but they are not going to get it.
The challenging part there for the ref was, yeah, there was a little bit of contact there, but I'm not quite sure the pass was catchable. And so it was pretty far out there.
I think he was running it on the tight end early on the play, but he's right off the line. That's clear. The Griffins are going to go for it. 4th and 5. Snap the ball. Grow looking to throw. Pressure, and it's caught. He's going to sneak through. First down.
Nice
is
little move to
Caleb
sneak between 2
Tesmer.
defenders.
Nice move there, yeah. He made some good moves to get even closer to the goal line.
22-yard gain and first down for the Griffins.
Griffins will have first down at the 3.
Got the replay going, catch it, and boom, just plants that foot and is able to get another 3-4 yards up the field in between 2 Gretna High defenders that were coming for the hit.
Grow looks, takes a snap, hands it off to Sams. Sam's going to get stopped. He might not even got back to the line.
Sam's on the carry for the Griffins.
Gretna High, not sure if it was a misassignment or a miscommunication on Gretna East side, but Gretna High had 2 defenders waiting for him right where Sam's wanted to go, and hard to get momentum going forward in that case.
And ever since those big 2 runs late in the 3rd, the Dragons have stiffened up their front line. Griffins are going to come out shotgun set.
Now there is some space on the near side for Craigle.
Grove's going to run, take the option, and he's going to get tackled. Contact behind the line. He might have gotten back to it on the option play to the left.
And just like that, we're 3rd down.
We're already almost
with 4 to go.
We're already burning some time. Griffins are playing this exactly how they want. Burning time on the clock. They're in field goal range. They're in scoring range. Third and 4, plenty of time. They're just going to keep burning as much as possible. Get the Dragons scared of running out of time. They're just going to stand there and waste as much as they can.
They feel pretty comfortable about their chances of getting some points, whether that's 3, whether that's 7 here, is yet to be seen, but they do feel comfortable. But we are going to try that ad one more time and send it out to you. All right, as we bring you back to the field, ad from Cheer Athletics. Got to pay the bills. We got a lot of nice equipment. We got a lot of great people doing good work. And so thank you to our sponsors, the people that help us put all this on. If you're a business owner, if you're someone that's got a little money, right, what better place to put it than these programs that allow the Gretna Public Schools students to pursue broadcasting.
Griffins got 3rd and goal. Grow sitting in shotgun. Sam's to his side. Play action. Looks to throw. Diving catch. Touchdown.
Caleb
That's
again.
Caleb
Tesmer, number 2.
Again. What a catch. The Griffins take a stand to go up and try and put this game away early in the 4th.
Big-time plays by the sophomore wideout who, up until the last couple plays, have not seen much of, but 2 huge catches in big-time moments. That's what you want. Not only did you get the points, but you took quite a bit of time off the clock.
Giving them that much time left, putting an extra point on the board as well, that's going to help spread the score out even more, allowing the Griffins to sit a bit more comfortably and just keep running the ball. They had a time right there where they were running 4 or 5 runs in a row, putting this game away. But there's still time left. We've seen miracles happen on this field before.
Got a nice little replay coming from the right-hand side. Excellent ball by Chase Grow. There what? Gretna High, there was a defender right there. You got to put it in the perfect spot, and he did. Caleb Tesman making a little dive and catch.
That's what happens. You run zone in the end zone. You leave a little bit of space, and that's going to be exploited by any good quarterback. And Grow has shown that even though Sam's might have the most yards, Grow still can show that he has a lot of knowledge and intelligence when he's seeing those coverages, and he can pinpoint where he needs to throw them. All game, he's been accurate on the dot. It's like he has a scope on his hand that he's seeing all the way down the field. He can hit those shots every time he throws it. Whether it was early on in the game when he had a couple bombs on the field, or when it was there when he just puts it right between the defender and the receiver. Perfect route, perfect throw. Going into the middle of the 4th quarter.
And Chase is one example of many on this team. He's a junior, but he's seen a lot of varsity football. A lot of these Gretna East players, they are juniors now, maybe seniors, but they were thrown into the fire as freshmen, as sophomores, and that belief and the commitment to the entire process early on in their careers, it is coming to fruition here.
And with the kickoff's going to be squib. It hits the Gretna High player and bounces out. Almost goes back to the end zone for a safety, but bounces out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Dragons will start there at the 2.
That wet field, that ball just skated across that wet field there. Advantage for the Griffins now.
as the Dragons come back to the field. Duel of Fates blaring on the speakers.
And we'll see. For Gretna East, mentality is aggressiveness. They might try to bring something here.
Knutson sits back alone, looking to throw, looking, throws it down the field to Thompson. Thompson catches it, shoves a guy down, gets a push for some extra yards at the 20-yard line.
Wow, great composure by Knutson in the pocket, under pressure in his own end zone. And then the freshman, number 40, Ian Thompson, able to kind of get out to the side and get up the field and offer his quarterback an option to get him out of that situation.
Just like in the Phantom Menace with Duel of the Fates, we will watch his career with great progress. Looking to throw, Knutson throws it. It's complete to Lakers. He's running down the field and go down at the 48-yard line.
In 2 plays, we're now out to the 50. Great response from Gretna High.
Quick, fast tempo plays is their only chance to get back in this game.
And they're going to go. They're looking at the wristbands. They're lining up. They have to maximize. We're at 8 minutes. They have to maximize this time.
Knutson takes a snap, looking to throw. Got plenty of time. Got some pressure. He's weaving his way around. Looks, throws. It's incomplete. Kind of throws it away, but also gives his receiver a chance to try and go after it. But it was just a little too much.
Pretty good choice overall. Wasn't much of a chance for an interception there. And still gave his wide receiver a chance.
Dragons coming back to the line fast. Pistol set, Knutson, play action, looking to throw, throws it fast. It's caught, pushing down the field. It's Lakers again. He's shoving down tacklers, and he's freer than a Costco sample. Touchdown, Gretna Dragons.
What a call. What a phrase. Been waiting on that one.
I've been holding that in my back pocket all game. Shout out to Ben Coldiron, Gretna High grad, 2019.
Now, it looks like Gretna High might have found a little bit of an answer. That's twice. Bryce Lakers start out on the left, making a crossing route, find that space in the zone, and able to get out the other side.
And the PAT is good, and it is now a 2-score game. Once again, 21-35 here, 7:32 in the fourth. Not even 30 seconds. The Dragons drive all the way down from the 2, 98-yard drive, all the way down and score. What a amazing drive.
Now it is Gretna East's turn to respond here as they get out and get set to return the kickoff.
They're playing amazing, with those amazing routes. The line's giving Knutson plenty of time, and Thompson's been sitting back helping with the blocking. Knutson's getting out of any blitzes, scrambling around. He's able to get out, and that just shows how much room that he has, giving him that much time. 7:32 left. There's plenty of game left. All the Dragons need is one stop, and we're back.
This is where, for Gretna East, their efficiency on offense, you got to finish the game, right? We got the leaders in terms of stats. Chase Grow, quarterback, 9 of 12, a healthy 75% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, and the big one, 0 interceptions. For Connor Sams, I imagine they're going to feed him the ball here to keep that clock going. 19 carries, 134 yards, averaging 7.1 per carry, 2 touchdowns. And then the big-time target, Seth Kragel, 4 touches, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns this game. This is where Gretna East needs those offensive leaders to step up.
Onside kick. Unexpectedly, it bounces. It looks like East got it.
Ground.
Oh, it's on the ground. The Dragons got the onside kick.
Sidelines going wild. Defense. All right, for Gretna East, defense got to step up. For Gretna High, this is about as perfect as this could have gone in the last portion of the fourth quarter.
What a recovery. Let's see that replay. You can't even see it. There's a swarm of white jerseys around the ball after that bounce. It looked like the The Griffins got it off the bounce, but he must have dropped it right when he had that ball. It's been slippery. That was a perfect opportunity. The Dragons need to optimize their time now.
And that was a little unexpected. Neither of us were kind of anticipating that, but maybe we should have. Gretna East offense has been
eating up the
being
clock.
really efficient with the clock. So, yeah, Gretna High, we need the ball back now. Time to make that call.
Knutson alone, looking to throw, scrambling. He's going to pull down, but he's still going to get 3 yards on the scramble.
Good job for Knutson to get some on that. Really good job by Liam Norton for stopping what possibly, if that opens up, that's 10, 15 yards.
Knutson, backer to his right. 2 receivers on each side looking to throw. Throws it. Caught! Amazing catch. Is that Lakers again with the catch? Yes, it is. He went up there. He jumped high into the air and picked that ball. Now the Dragons have it once again in Griffin territory. 6:53 left in the game. Shotgun set. Knutson. 3 on the near side, looking to throw. Screen pass. It's caught by Thompson. It looks like they threw a flag. It's probably going to be a hold. And what a hit at the end of the play.
Ooh. Thompson is down after taking a huge hit.
I saw them light it.
We are still here. As we said before, with the previous injury, when one of our players is on the ground, when they're receiving medical attention, it's just kind of our policy, our belief that we shouldn't show that. So we're going to give the medical personnel the time that they need. But we are still here. 6:44 left in the fourth quarter. And just to update you, right before the injury occurred, we did say there was a flag. It was, in fact, a holding on Gretna, so it's going to be coming back.
Thompson got up pretty quick. He's running off. He's hyping up his sideline. He looks like he is okay.
He's jumping
all
around.
All good. Just needed a check. Got the wind knocked out of him. It looks like
it was a hard hit.
Really hard hit. He took that one. It looked like a Cam Scadaboo hit there. And he took it with pride, and he's back on the sideline. He's probably going to get checked out, make sure he's all good. Gretna High still huddle up. Gretna East lining back up on defense. It is going to be that was a holding call, so it's going to be about a 1st and 15 for the Dragons. 1st and 16 for the Dragons, sorry. Spot foul. Knutson's going to line up in shotgun alone.
Once again, empty, yep. And it's been working as of late.
Plenty of time to throw. Looking around, trying to make some room. Throws it down the field, and it goes right through the receiver's hands. He lands on the Dragon sideline. Or on the Griffin sideline, sorry.
Coverage was pretty good on the back end there for the Griffins. Knutson had quite a bit of time. The Griffins are only bringing 3, and they're dropping.
They're sitting in coverage, sitting in those cover 3s and 4s, trying to
take away that big play.
Exactly. They don't want one of those big, deep passes to happen like it happened on the last drive. Dragons set. 2 to the near side, 3 on the far side. Knutson again empty. Motions the receiver. Push, and there's going to be a flag
on the play, and the Gretna East staff is calling out something. I'd imagine something to do with the motion early on in that drive. It did appear the Gretna High player got momentum moving forward.
The refs talked this over.
And they have waved the flag off.
The Gretna East side does not like that. The entire Gretna East side of the fans and parents are standing up. The players are pumping them up. It is going to start getting loud in here. Thompson's back out on the field for the Dragons. Dragons trips on the far side, one to the near.
A lot of emotion going on right now between the two sides.
Knutson, play action, looking to throw. Has a couple man downfield. There's a flag down. Throws Tipped, intercepted by the Griffins.
A tip drill.
But there is a flag.
As of right now, number 12, Drew Dowd. But the flag is going to be on Gretna East.
Holding on the Griffins, eliminating the interception. The flag was before the interception. That should give the Dragons a better chance here.
The last 4 minutes have just absolutely been filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. Everyone is getting pulled back into this game.
And it's still a close one with 14 points. Dragons are close to the red zone now. And that's going to give them a 3rd and 1.
Third and 1 for the Dragons.
Number 22 for Gretna High is back in the game. Now remember, he's kind of the short yardage back. Kaysen.
Schlottfeld behind Knutson. Snap. They're going to throw a flag. Another flag.
Offsides.
Offsides on the
Gretna
Griffins.
East.
That'll be first down, Dragons, after that penalty.
Coach Haberman wants a word. He's
not happy with that one.
trying to figure out what's going on here.
The Dragons have entered the red zone as the penalty chant goes from both sides.
The Gretna East has one timeout left. Now we can talk about whether we'd use it in this moment or not, or got to keep it in the back pocket. But this feels like a pretty critical time where Gretna East is.
Dragons, Knutson, play action, has a guy downfield, incomplete. And they're throwing a flag again. It looks like they're going to get him on pass interference. There was a lot of contact there.
We're going to see here. Obviously, whichever side you're on, you feel differently about this flag right now. Like to take a look at it. We got the replay going. Tough to tell. If it was pass interference, it's going to be on that backside with the grab, preventing the receiver from being able to go up with two hands. But just initial instinct, it looked pretty clean. It looked
clean.
Like he got there at the perfect
from
time.
Up here, but if he had his arm around him,
the back end
that
judge
would
is
make
the one
sense.
that's gonna see that. So maybe that's what he was seeing back there.
Pistol set. Knutson takes a snap, hands it to Schlottfeld. He's going to push through. Pushing again through more and more defenders, and it is first and goal Dragons with 5 minutes left.
Now, just how it's been going the last couple minutes, you don't really think the score is what it is. It's 35-21. Gretna East in the lead with 5 minutes to go, but Gretna High seems to have some pretty good momentum here. They're ready to go. It seems like Gretna East might be the ones kind of on edge a little bit here.
Since the Griffins scored early on in the third quarter, try to push the stuff away, it's been all Dragons.
You got to turn that
Trick
in motion.
Trick play. The tight end, touchdown, Dragons. Joe Sullivan on the end-around reverse, and that's a one-score game. 5 minutes left.
Man, 2 years, 2 great games from this rivalry. I mean, last year was a last-second field goal, and early on it looked like Gretna East might kind of, win by multiple touchdowns. Credit to Gretna High for fighting back. Gretna East is going to get the ball back, and we'll see what they're able to do with it and kind of finish this thing out maybe. But we're looking at a rivalry, a game that is going to be must-watch every single year long into the future.
What a beautifully executed fake-out reverse. They executed that perfectly. Would not expect the fake-out there. Going into the 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, it is up to the Dragons to try and get this back. The Griffins have every chance to be able to shut this game out. Without Sam's been playing, without Grove has been playing, when they have the ball, they're able to burn clock. Both sides are getting hyped out. It's getting loud. The music's blaring. Each side's starting to jump. Terrible towels are out again.
All right, so Gretna High has 3 timeouts. And so last time kicking, got an onside kick, kind of out of nowhere, perfectly executed. We kind of see how this goes. Are they going to try another onside kick, or do they feel comfortable with 3 timeouts that they're able to put it out there and give people a chance? Gretna East just made a switch on the front line of their return team, maybe in anticipation. Now the tight end, Carson Herman, is kind of the hands main target over there on that side.
Gretna East is, they're definitely lined up for that onside. Dragons kick it. It's a short one, line drive, down, bounces, and he falls down right at the 30. Good job falling down. That's exactly what you do. You don't want to get touched, because if you get touched, you don't know where that ball's going to go.
Caleb Tesmer again, the sophomore, coming up big. Now, he made that look pretty simple, but that was a mature play from a young player under immense pressure. If you bobble that or you stay up a little too long, you're going to get a big hit and possibly a turnover, but great execution from Gretna East.
Griffins are going to line up 2 to the near side. They're going to have an offset pistol once again. Expecting run here to get this clock ran down. They're going to hand it off to Sams up the middle. He's going to get stopped right at the line.
Able to fall forward for about 2 yards there.
Good tackle by the D-line. That's exactly what I said early in the game. You need that D-line to get that big bloody box tackle. Kind of, when you have those big runners, you need to wear them down, and wearing them down by getting those big guy tackles, that's what you need. Stopping them at that line. This school has always had a good job. Gretna High has always had great D linemen, great defensive ends, and that continues to this day. Griffins are going to line up offset pistol once again. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Dragons showing blitz. He's looking to throw. He's going to get caught right at where he caught the ball. He's going to lose 2 yards there off the catch. That is Caleb Herman again with the catch.
Not much room to work with there once he caught it. Gretna High, the defenders are right on him.
The Dragons are trying to keep them into passing situations. They want them to throw the ball. They don't want the handoff. They don't want to keep the clock running. But because it was still caught, they're letting that clock run down. We have 3:17 and counting left. Griffins line up, shotgun set. Looking to throw. Sams is going to be blocking. What a hit. What a block by Sams. Got a guy downfield. Incomplete. He overthrew him.
And now the clock stops.
Clock stops.
3:04 left
down.
on it.
3 minutes left.
And I imagine a punt coming up here.
Dragons are going to come and try to block this punt. What a game.
Bryce Lakers, number 15 for Gretna High. Dangerous returner. This is a big-time moment for him.
This is time. This is the time they need to lock in. Those special teams, that defense waking up here in the second half. Looks like the Dragons are bringing a lot of pressure on this punt. They back off, back into coverage. Kick is good. It's a nice punt. Fair caught at the 33-yard line. Call that at the 32, actually.
Gretna High's sideline is pumped up. Gretna East trying to get that energy back, get a stop here.
And this is the perfect situation for Gretna High. This is the time, the momentum that they need to use to score here. Gretna East, for them, they need this stop. They get a stop here, they can run that clock down. 2:56 left in the game.
Now Gretna East going with 2 down defensive linemen. There, it looks like they're going to maybe blitz with 3, but only 2 classic traditional linemen. And they are going to rush with 2. They're going to drop everyone else back, dropping 9.
Lakers at the catch from Knutson. Looks like a first down for the Dragons. Jace Larchek on the tackle for the Griffins.
Finding that space, and there's not much. 9 are dropping back, but they are playing zone. So if you can find those soft spots, and Knutson has quite a bit of time, it's 5v2 right now on the lines.
Knutson by himself, trips to the near side, 2 to the far side. Takes the ball, snaps it, flag, dead play. False start, Dragons. The beginning of a rivalry. Close games, those are where these start. Local traditions start here. I've always said Nebraska high school football is a mini Texas. The competition's just as fierce. Trips to the near side, 2 to the far side. Knutson again by himself. Takes the snap, looking to throw. He's setting, looking to throw again. He has good catch. That is number 2, Talon Derharsh. With
Once
the
again,
catch.
just finding that soft spot in the zone with the curl route.
Good route by Talon there. Excuse me. Dragons running pistol. Knutson takes a snap. Play action, looking to throw. Has it caught? Is that Lakers again on another catch? He has been the key to the Dragons' success in this half.
Once they started finding him, the ball started to move. This second half, he's really been the key player.
Dragons.
2 top 10 teams going at it.
Dragons looking, trying to set. Minute 24 left. They're burning a lot of clock right now. Dragons take the snap, looking to throw. It's a screen pass to Thompson. Good blocks down the field. Thompson searching, looking, pushing for first down. Dragons.
Now they are burning quite a bit of clock, but you're only down by a touchdown, right? And so you can hold the ball this entire time, get a last-second touchdown, and then you can send it to overtime or choose to go for 2. I think Gretna High is going to be perfectly comfortable being the last one with the ball with a minute 04 left.
It's down a minute. Knutson by himself snaps the ball, looking. Quarterback draw, and he's going to get sacked. Fumble the ball. The Griffins got it.
Got it. Yep, they called for Gretna East, a strip sack of Knutson as he was trying to scramble on that what appeared to be a QB draw. 2 Gretna East players kind of coming in, and once the tackle was secure, started getting after that ball for the strip.
Look
Got
at
a
the
replay here for it. They rushed 2, both of them, both Gretna East players got to the ball. It's out. The Dragons do have, right?
They still have all 3 of their timeouts
Yeah,
left.
they got 3 timeouts, so
there is
you're
50
not going to take a
seconds.
knee here.
They still
I would
have.
assume it's Connor Sam's time here.
Yes, they're going to hand it off to him, try and get that first down and put this thing away.
What
Batman's
a game.
there. They're handing it off to Sam. Sam's get a couple yards, breaking tackles. It's about 4 yards. Timeout number 1 being called.
Timeout.
Batman there in the Gretna East student section. Did not expect that.
Tonight's theme was blackout. All right, so they all participating.
Only burned 6 seconds on that play.
The Gretna East students actually got a new name. There was a vote. Now they're the Den.
The Den.
Gretna East cheer, getting the crowd up on their feet. For Gretna East, you do need to be safe with the ball here. You need a first down in order to finish this game out. If you don't and you punt, Gretna High's offense is tailor-made to get chunk plays in minimal time. So you really do need to go and get this first down here.
All they need is 2 stops here. Timeout's going to get called right after each one. Maybe 10 seconds will be burned if the Griffins do not get this first down. Groh tries to get the offsides count, hard count. Grow takes a snap, hands it off. Actually, read option, takes the option outside, and he's tackled with about 2 yards left. And a timeout's taken there.
I do want to recognize here, if everyone saw Grow's change of direction there and the willingness to take the hit, he was traveling to get pushed out of bounds, but being a knowledgeable player, planted that foot, made sure if he's going to go down, he's going to go down in bounds, even if that meant taking the hit, forcing Gretna High to take their second timeout.
And this is everything right here. A 3rd and 1, 37 seconds left.
And let's remind everyone what's on the line. Both teams are in the state playoffs, which is fantastic. But for Gretna High, a win here tonight secures you the number 2 seed for the state playoffs, which means you are hosting every single playoff game until the championship.
And the Griffins really want that.
They got it. I mean, that's a huge – look at this crowd, right? It's filled. The student section's ready. You want to be playing in your home site. You don't want to be traveling. This is the biggest third down of the season.
Grow about to take the snap. Tries to get the hard count again.
Number 7 is going to take the ball. It's QB sneak here.
And snap it to the tight end. They're going to try another hard count. They're not getting it.
They've run this play twice this season.
And the Griffins are going to take their last time out.
Now, that's long-term planning by the Gretna East staff. They've shown that twice on tape, once at home, once away. It's worked once this season. And
oh, look, we're on the screen.
And what you have is, you know, Gretna High has scouted that.
Yeah.
And when Herman goes under center, you're doing a hard count, and you're hoping to draw him off. Great planning by Gretna East. I'd love to see that long-term planning. Gretna High didn't jump off, forced a timeout. Good on both sides.
Filling in the A-gap blitz, trying to stop the tight end tush-push when it possibly could have ruined the end of their season. This is it. This third down is everything. A stop here, that last timeout being called, gives the Dragons a chance. First down gives the Griffins that second seed and home field advantage till Memorial Stadium if they can continue to keep their winning streak going.
Which is huge for them. Let's make it about us here for a second. Gretna East hosts, we're here at the stadium for 3 more weeks.
Good point.
I'm ready for it. I got to have it. Let's see what happens here.
Pistol set, quarterback option.
Oh.
Rose is
close.
He got it. And he's far. He's pushing through. Tries to step out, and he gets the first down and a lot more, and that's going to put this away.
What a finisher. That play looked dead. And Chase Grow was patient. The blocks kept going, and a hole opened up, and he was able to get a chunk play, which now we should expect some knees and victory formation. And that'll be outstanding patience from Chase Grow. Here's what we got so far for both teams' total offense. Gretna East is at 385. Very balanced attack. Passing yards 177. Rush yards 208. The Dragons actually outgained, which is not surprising given how their offense is. 464 yards with 320 of those coming through the air. An exciting game that we've been lucky enough to be a part of. And a great representation of the community and for both schools. The talent, the opportunities here in Gretna.
And let's not get this pushed too far away. The Dragons had 2 opportunities to go down and put some points on the board. One before halftime, which they didn't get, and then one right there with that fumble. Multiple chances that they had to score. Some of those mental mistakes coming into play, causing that loss. For the Griffins, this seals that 2 seed, that seals home game advantage for the rest of the playoffs. And hopefully they both do a great job in the playoffs. We will get those seedings later, but for right now.
Got the kneel down. The players are swarming Coach Hodman. And we do need to spotlight a little bit here for Gretna East, which is a great game by both. Gretna East comes out the victory. Year 1 of Gretna East, 3-6. Year 2, 6-5. Year 3, just year 3, 8-1, number 2 seed in the playoffs, home field advantage for the entirety of it, and 2-0 in the Battle of 370. Well, that is the game, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I certainly had a great time.
We had an
on
amazing
the mic,
time.
even though, like we said before, it was not the initial plan. We're usually the ones on the controls, but thank you for allowing us to bring you the game. Great job by both teams, and their seasons are not done. Both teams have made the playoffs, and we wish luck to both of them.
We do. Hopefully, maybe, somehow, we could get the Battle 370 in Lincoln someday.